All right. Without further ado, we gonna get into this Temptation Island.
Temptation Island.
I thought it was dog shit, but I see why people liked it. Okay, fair assessment. I'm can't wait to hear the pod about it or the video y'all do about it. Now we are into the thick of it. We're getting into it, y'all. It's time to get messy. Let's get messy.
Of the Temptation Island season 2 reunion. I still had that like little bit of hope.
Sure.
And that shit failed. Have you been back in contact with Xavier?
Well, we do have a video,
Okay.
and so we wanted to play that for you. Mikey, I just want to be respectful. You cool. Part 2 starts now. I'm not sure if you wanted to step out or anything.
No, we're good.
Okay.
This is crazy.
Hey Sid, just wanted to say I'm thinking about you today and wish you the best at the reunion. You know, be yourself like you always are, and you know you're gonna be good. You know you got a kind heart, gentle soul, and I'm rooting for you.
Word.
The best at the reunion. You know, be yourself like you always are, and you know you're gonna be good. You know you got a kind heart, gentle soul, and I'm rooting for you.
That was so sweet.
Do you feel like there is a chance that you and Xavier might become a real couple?
So, you know, being that like on the show, like we definitely found a real connection and that I've had time to like step back, focus on myself. I would say that there is a possibility in the future that you never know what could happen.
What does need to happen for that to be a reality?
You know, I think we just need to take some time, you know, without the cameras being in front of us and just really build a stronger connection outside of the villa. You know, a lot of it was encouraged by things that I had went through. And I feel like now, like being able to have processed those and meet him where he is, I think that is exactly what I need to do now that I've focused on myself, I could see, you know, that connection happening outside of the villa.
He did mention to us that he lives here in LA. Are you planning on stopping by his place? Or?
You know, we actually have a few plans this weekend with like the whole cast and everything, everybody getting together. So I just might see him.
Mikey,
What's up?
was that tough to watch, or are you?
No.
Would you
nigga,
be?
why
like,
would
you
it be
really
tough to
rooting for
watch? The
Xavier
bitch hadn't
and
talked
Sydney
to
like
me in
you
4
say you are?
months.
I root for what's best for Sydney.
Okay.
If that's Xavier,
Do you
that's
think he
Xavier.
is what's best for Sydney?
I think Xavier is exactly who he portrays to be. He's a great guy, 1000%. I think he's a great individual. He's somebody who everyone can tell was raised correctly, 1000%. I'll never shit on him. I'll never talk down on that man. But at the end of the day, I can't be his best friend. He took my girl. What you talking about? Like, I mean, that's just how it goes. Like, I can't be best homies with the guy, but I can give him props on being a phenomenal individual. So, because I'm just,
Thank you.
I don't play a hate. Like, that's the one thing I don't do. I don't play a hate. I can't do that.
Okay. I think what was kind of interesting about that video, I mean, it's short. It's not like this a profession of love, but it's the little thing, you know. And I feel like that's something when watching Xavier back, seemed to be willing to do those little things. Do you feel like in your next relationship, you will want to do stuff like that with someone that you feel as strongly as you felt for Sydney?
I don't even want to
Yeah,
pause it.
1000%.
You asking
it
me if I'm
doesn't-
gonna act more like
something
another
like that,
nigga in
that's
my next
something
relationship
that
is
doesn't
crazy.
put much thought.
Fuck you.
It's just who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So from watching their experience, from watching the arts and crafts and watching like the Jonas Brothers stuff, I was just like, wow, like that is like that's literally just who he is as a person, and that's a beautiful thing to see. So I
'Cause
truthfully have to
I would
figure
be
out.
fucking
Well, I
heated
have
because
figured
y'all
out
steady asking me about another
what
nigga.
makes Mikey unique in
The
those
fuck?
romantic ways.
Bring him on the
You know
show
what I'm
then.
saying? Because I'll never take what he does, because no, I want to be who I am and display that to an individual and show them that I have all this love to give. I need another chance, Nick, at love. Come on, man. I need another chance
What's
at love.
stopping you?
Yeah. Are your DMs open?
I'm gonna pause right there. As a grown man, I would be in that room and I would have to ask everybody the question: if you don't break up with somebody and you get into another relationship with another person, is that not cheating? Am I tripping? Is that not cheating? Okay then. So if you get into you said on the island, you were in the relationship with Xavier. It's like my nigga, you didn't break up with me yet. So you was cheating on that nigga, or you was cheating on me with that nigga, and you was cheating on him with me. So what? At what point is Sydney gonna have to kind of deal with that part of it? Is anybody gonna raise that question, or is it just because we was on an island on a TV show, we was all supposed to know that she was fair game, and it was just like, if she decides that we broke up, then we just broke up. She never had to tell me nothing. That shit, wow. She was actively dating 2 niggas, and niggas is just dead serious cool. Word, got it.
Us ladies, wait. Tell me where I'm at. Where? Right there?
Sure.
Oh, that's me?
Yeah.
Ladies, listen.
Oh boy.
Listen, ladies. I got all this love to give.
And that'll do it for the Temptation.
Wow, hate.
Hit me up. Come on, man. I need it.
Insane
I
hate
would love
clip.
to have a girlfriend.
Wow.
I would love that.
Do you want a girlfriend now already? Like,
No, I mean, no, not right now.
Okay, yeah.
I'm still working on. I'm only 4 months into therapy, and we're finally getting somewhere good. So I want to create this individual of myself that I really want to be, so that my next
because I
partner
might
is
have
like,
a oop for you.
oh my gosh, how did any girl leave you? Like, that's what I want for like my next relationship. Truthfully.
What do you want to say to your future girlfriend?
Listen, my love.
Don't watch this season.
You can watch this season because you'll see how much of an idiot I can be, but also how much I can love somebody with all my heart.
Okay.
That was
Good
deep.
message. Good message.
Beautiful, I'm sure
That was a
she's
good
sorry.
message. I don't know if that will work on me. I'm not gonna lie.
Only you did that on the show.
Well, I do want to appreciate you guys for being so open and honest. I know that wasn't easy for the both of you.
It's our first conversation we've had
Yeah.
in months.
Y'all got it.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Also,
Y'all
Mike,
got
I
the
do want to
exclusive.
commend you on being open about therapy. And as a young man, I just want to say good for you. It's not easy to always acknowledge that, but I think it's done a lot for me. It's done a lot for our
Exactly.
relationship. So good for you for
He was
putting in the work.
friend zoned
appreciate
himself.
Yeah, I'm really rooting for you. All
in
right,
the
well, I think it's
season,
time to get
in
to
the,
Cheyenne
in
and
kayfabe,
Jack.
he
Two
friend-zoned
young
himself,
lovers that after a moment of
but,
infidelity,
the
a
girls were
relationship
saying like
of
they wasn't gonna
distrust
fuck him
was
either
built.
anyway.
And
so.
after some dicey bonfire footage, closed blinds, and some giant one-night flings,
Oh my God.
I knew that.
they both decided to choose themselves in the end.
I knew she said it. God damn
I
it.
didn't.
You saw it.
No, you
That's
fucking
not,
said that
I was
shit,
saying
Cheyenne.
his muscles were giant.
No, we heard it.
We heard it.
His,
We heard it.
yes,
We heard
his, exactly.
leg was
Thank
Nah.
Yeah.
He is a
Nah,
giant.
are y'all buying
Understand.
that? Are y'all buying that she was saying that his muscles were giant, or are we all under the same assumption that she was talking about wood? She had to be talking about meat. Cause, come on, gang, you had to wait until we got underneath the covers to let me know my muscles was big. You didn't. You knew what I put beef to you. Like, come on now, come on now. Let's be real.
For
We're
the
gonna be real.
covers?
Let's be real.
When I was like cuddling, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What was
Cuddling.
the energy like when the two of you got home? I know y'all shared 2 dogs. Who took the dogs?
I picked her up from the airport, actually, surprising.
You picked her up from the
Yeah,
airport.
I
He
did.
waited for me at the
I
airport.
waited for her, actually, because we were on 2 separate flights. And we didn't have a conversation after we got out of the villa. So we waited till we got home. I picked her up. We had a conversation, and it went on and on. We basically just decided that it was best for the both of us just to grow and heal from everything that we went through and be as mutual as possible just based off the time we spent together.
Is the reason that y'all didn't have a conversation until after you got back home was because you were with Carter?
Correct, yes.
Was that hard to know that he stayed back with Carter another day?
No, because I was with Preston. So it was just like
See, they was both just
tit for tat.
Okay.
Tit for tat.
That seems to kind of be the theme of your guys' relationship.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
the whole
had his
story.
nuts.
Okay.
Okay, this is tea.
Oh.
So after we got done filming, I'm like in a separate hotel. They like, obviously me and Jack weren't allowed in the
tea.
same hotel. And I escaped security and I Ubered to Jack's hotel. And I told the front desk, I'm like, I left my passport in my boyfriend's room. Like someone needs to connect to me because he wouldn't answer the phone. And so, what you got to say?
Was this when I was on FaceTime with you? Oh, fuck. Go ahead.
Yeah. And they connected me to his room, and I'm like, hey, motherfucker, I'm downstairs. Like, are you gonna come down here so we can chat? And you just hear like in the background, like, no, please, no, or whatever. I don't know what the fuck y'all had going on there, but
Carter was there.
yeah, in the
Yeah.
room, you could hear.
Yeah.
And so he wouldn't come downstairs because he was too scared. And so I
scared.
started knocking on like the doors.
Stand up for yourself.
So I was crashing out, okay? And basically that's all
Don't
that
bump
happened
his
though,
chest
because
up,
then I
Mike.
got
Let him
escorted out of
fight.
the
Let him
hotel.
fight for himself.
So he never opened up the hotel room door?
Oh no, they took
No.
me immediately to the airport.
Yeah, they put him on lockdown. As they
She is
should.
definitely weird.
For his safety?
Yeah.
What were your intentions?
Yeah.
Because I heard you on the phone.
I just wanted to chat.
You didn't sound like a chat, Cheyenne. When I was on FaceTime with him,
I just wanted to chat.
What was it that you wanted to say?
I just,
She
like,
did
I
not
feel
wanna
like
chat. She
we
wanted
should
to
have
put hands
been
on
able to
Cuz.
have a conversation after the final
And she
bonfire
wanted to put
without
hands on
cameras
Carter.
and, like, just one-on-one. Like,
And
let's talk this out.
come
Like,
on,
let's.
Jack.
I don't feel
Can't
I
let
needed
her
to
put
wait
the
till we
hands
got
on
back
the
to
new
Kansas City
thing.
to have a conversation. And so that's ultimately what I was coming there for.
And did it
Jack couldn't let his. Let's put it in man terms. Jack bought a new car. He parked the car in the garage instead of like in the driveway. He couldn't let the old car pull up and like scrape the new car, because then the new car, like, he can't put both cars in the garage because they'll be too close, and it's a possibility that the new car get a scratch on it. So the old car got to stay outside. You got to stay out. We can't do this. We can't have this. We can't have that. W Jack. My fault. Press the wrong button.
piss you off that he wasn't coming downstairs, or did it piss you off that he was up there with Carter?
It pissed me off that he wasn't coming downstairs. I could honestly care less that he was up there with her because I'd already seen everything I needed to see. So that was like not really the problem to me. It was more of just like
The betrayal.
you can't come downstairs and have a conversation.
Conversation
which,
about
I
what?
mean,
What conversation needs to
emotions
be
were high.
had?
Maybe it's probably a good thing he didn't come downstairs.
with
'cause
Preston.
I don't think the conversation in that moment probably would have gone very good.
What did you wanna
You
say?
got arrested. She didn't want to say
What
nothing.
the
She
fuck
wanted
is
to
wrong
fight.
with you? That's what I wanted to say.
Do you regret not coming downstairs, or do you agree with her that it probably wouldn't have been a productive conversation?
Looking back at it, my mindset was like, she's gonna be off the rails, like she's gonna freak out, and we're in a whole different state. And basically everyone that worked the show was gone, and none of the guys were there. So really, I only had the people I was with, and that I regret not going down there, yes. But in that moment, it wouldn't have been the smartest decision just based off the emotions coming from behind it. I just wanted to avoid it and
Good job.
wait till I got home.
Is that kind of a pattern that you guys had throughout your relationship of kind of these extreme highs and extreme lows of kind of pushing each other's buttons?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's been.
Yeah, I mean, let me say something. I push her buttons
Okay.
a lot. And I can't even give you an example. Little shit, you know? I just like annoy her or something. I
And
want
you
stuff.
knew it would annoy her?
Not necessarily. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's
He
yeah.
loves a
couples,
reaction.
though.
Yeah.
Like he
Niggas
loves
be
a
rage
good
baiting their
reaction out of
girl.
me.
And where do you think that comes from?
I have no idea. I don't know.
He's
Okay.
23.
Did
That's
you
where it
guys,
comes from. He's
when
super
you finally
young.
picked her up and had a conversation, did you guys
He's
fully
childish.
open
He's
up into all
immature.
the things that went down? You both seem to
Oh
really
my-
take advantage of the tempters and the temptresses that you guys are interacting with.
Yeah,
Advantage is
so
crazy.
whenever I got off the flight and we had the conversation, it was just more of like you need to tell me everything that you did. I'll tell you everything that I did. And I will say, like, he told me more things that happened on the show that weren't shown. So from like what I know about like how he acted in the house, like there's a lot more like shit that he did that didn't get shown that I know about.
Ooh.
And I obviously told him
Drop
everything.
it.
But
Tell us.
I think in that moment I was just like, you need to get your shit. Like you need to go. Like I wanted nothing to do with him like right off the island. It wasn't until like I would say a month.
Month or two, maybe like almost two, where we just
He-
like, yeah, go.
We like weren't talking, whatever. And then he was just like, Shy, can we have a conversation? Like a legit, like sit down, let's have a conversation, let's talk this out. And that's whenever we had a talk about a month later. And I would say that conversation was productive. That's where we kind of came to the conclusion. Like Jack was like, I still like want you like in my life. Like I still want to be friends with you, and I still like want that, you know, like not relationship. Like we still wanted to be like friends, and on that page, we've been together for so long that I think that that's the best, and that's where we kind of just came to the conclusion of everybody from the show needs to go.
What did you guys do? I'd love to hear. I think everyone would love to hear what actually happened in terms of the physical boundaries that you both crossed.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I just like kissed everyone in the fucking house. Like,
Okay.
honestly, like not
Is that
everyone.
it?
Well, I'm not there yet. On the show, I didn't have sex in the tent. I didn't have sex in my room. The last date that wasn't shown on the show is where I had sex with Carter.
Okay. And what about Jasenia?
Nope. We just made out. I mean, we didn't do anything else other than that.
Do you think
he
oral
fucked
sex is
Carter.
sex?
Oh, no, I didn't have oral sex.
Okay.
Did you suck
Hell
her
no.
toes?
No.
She said you did.
I
She
sucked her
did.
toes?
She said that's why in the Temptation Haven she said that turns me on
I
so
did
much
see
is
that,
because you were sucking her
That
toes.
that TikTok.
Well, the night of the Temptation Haven, actually, I'll get into this night, actually. This was probably my best night. I needed a trophy for this one. Before going to the Temptation Haven.
Clip.
No, it's okay. No, because I was so fucked up that night that I actually had a crash out that wasn't on the show.
Oh, you did. I remember that.
I actually, this was the one time in the show that I was gonna cry, or that was gonna be shown me crying. And it was probably the worst one. And I just remember the guys around me like freaking out. I don't know. I mean, I would wake up in the mornings and be like, I don't fucking remember what I did last night.
Yeah.
Is it true you face planted right before you went into the Temptation Haven?
Yeah, I did.
He did.
You did.
There were times when I actually did put him to bed though, and then I would go live my life, and then he would disappear and go do something
Like
else.
that's
So
like
I can't like police someone.
like you get what I'm saying? Like Cheyenne, we tried our
Like,
hardest to take care of
why,
it.
like, why
He was like, yo, we
not
tried to
supposed be
protect
Right.
drinking that much.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you're making that decision
Because it wasn't like
100%,
people
yeah.
were
He's a
forcing
grown
you
ass
to.
man at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
I'm not saying that. I'm
A
just
grown
saying
young
like
man.
we were never
Nonetheless.
like that.
That's true.
Like all
never.
of us, like we were cut
real.
off. I just don't understand.
would
I
cut
feel like it was
ourselves off.
completely
Yeah, we're
different.
adults.
We never got like hammered.
Oh.
We told
Exactly,
away.
because we're like
we
Go
told
ahead.
the producers. We would tell
We,
them.
we
Actually-
said, we said you.
It was so bad to the point that I actually got all of our house cut off for 4 days of alcohol.
Yeah.
And they would try and
But
cut
I
you
almost
off.
just
cut
feel like
that-
it's just like that's your like.
It's my own fault.
Hold on. Nigga, do you know how much alcohol they be having for these shows? You know how much of an alcoholic you would have to be for the producers of a reality TV show to be like, you know what? Actually, it wouldn't be productive to give y'all any more alcohol after how that nigga just acted. Do you know how bad it has to get for a nigga to be like, you know what? We gonna remove this. We gonna take all of this from y'all because that nigga wild. At that point, I feel like Jack probably was in there damn near giving people herpes. That has to be it. There's no way. Cause nigga, we've seen some of the craziest of all time on television with some alcohol. And they took it from this nigga? You was the one?
we had this conversation
Crazy.
when we went into the house.
Correct.
Our conversation was because you have done like this has been a problem in our relationship, the alcohol and doing fucked up shit, right? We had that conversation of don't let yourself get to that point.
Yeah.
And you got to that point. So at some point, like, yes, you can see both sides, but at the end of the day, like a lot of it does
Yo,
fall on
Expo.
you. But at the same point, like
It
there
all falls on
needs
me.
to be boundaries.
Yeah, no, it all falls
So
on me.
was him not drinking a boundary you guys tried to set prior to coming in?
Yes, like the very last thing that I said to him when we said bye to each other, I literally looked at him, we're holding hands, I'm crying, I'm like, whatever you do not get fucked up. Like, please, like, control yourself and do not get fucked up. And that completely went out the window. What, the second day?
Yeah.
And you're saying it got so bad that they did cut you guys
Oh,
off.
they
Oh,
go.
what?
We
Yeah.
even the
Couldn't
girls
even-
couldn't drink
Yeah, the girls
for like
couldn't-
4
They
days.
didn't cut me and
I was
Summer
getting
off,
bitched
but-
at for days on end because it was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
living
cut
hell.
So
No
I
one
just
could
want to, they tried to keep you
Yeah, 1000%.
accountable. So
Yeah.
it wasn't
Oh,
like
They
you
took
were,
the drinks from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
niggas
out of
and the
control.
women. They was like,
Well,
you know what?
yeah.
Nobody get none.
They-
This
no,
nigga's
they
crazy.
did try to keep us accountable, saying like, no, you guys.
Once it got bad.
Yeah, once it got bad.
What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. I'm just talking to the girls.
Until we switched houses, and then we drank all their alcohol. We definitely drank all their alcohol when we.
Hold on, what she said? Yo, why would you take an alcoholic to an alcoholic? Why would you take an alcoholic to an exotic destination with baddies and liquor? It's a recipe for disaster. But what did she say?
Once it got bad.
Yeah, once it got bad.
Yeah.
Hold on, back one more time.
Try to keep us accountable, saying like,
already
no, you
fucking
guys.
You're good.
Once it got bad.
Yeah, once it got bad.
What?
What were you guys saying?
Hold
Oh,
on.
nothing. I'm just talking to the girls.
Until we switched houses, and then we drank all their alcohol. We definitely drank all
So
their
they
alcohol.
saying
when
slick
we
shit.
switched
This
houses.
shit
Yeah,
not.
when we did the villa swap, we stole.
Yeah,
We
we
here.
Your guys' too.
Oh.
Why do you think it didn't take long at all for you to just kind of forget every conversation you had with Cheyenne about your boundaries?
Because he
once
didn't
you
want to
got
have
into-
a conversation
I
with Cheyenne.
think-
He was sick of
You
Cheyenne.
know, honestly, another thing, I mean, I just honestly think it was hearing the bonfires and hearing how the way she was talking about me, but at the same time, it wasn't necessarily what she was saying. It's everyone around me that's hearing that, and then everyone in my ear saying, you don't deserve this, and
But you knew that was gonna
no, hear
happen.
me
That's
out,
the
though.
point of fucking
I
Temptation
let
Island.
the manipulation get to me. I let people's words get to me. I let my brain just be like, hey, you're gonna do it. And there's no regrets in that moment. From the time that I kissed Carter, I knew because before we went onto the show, she told me, like, if I broke any boundary, she's gonna give Netflix a show. So when I knew that I kissed, no, straight
She's
up,
not
I
doing
knew
it right.
when I kissed
It's
Carter,
This. It's not
Thank
this.
you.
It's this.
I was gonna wait. I knew that I fucked up, and then I had the conversation with the guys the next day, and then I saw what she did, and then my brain right then and there was like, okay, what do I do? Everyone around me is like, dude, it sounds so stupid, but I'm just like, I'm listening to everyone around me. That's the saddest part about it.
Were you hammered when you kissed Carter the first time?
Yeah, 100%. I never was sober doing anything with anyone.
But you were conscious enough to know to get out of the way of cameras and turn off the lights so that it wouldn't be shown.
She cooking. Cause he for sure wasn't that drunk to be like, yo, come off. We in the confessional, but let's go to the side where it ain't no like cameras. And then he was like, yo, is this the button to turn it off? He wasn't that damn drunk. The nigga had some kind of sense.
Cheyenne.
So the way it's shown in the show is not what actually happened. It actually happened in the confessional. It didn't happen in the bedroom.
No, they
Yeah, but
showed
you
it in
still-
the confessional,
yeah.
but they showed you getting up from in front of the cameras,
He said, I'm drunk, not
turning
stupid.
off the lights, and
He didn't even
standing what it seemed like out of frame so you couldn't be clipped.
I don't like what's
I
happening.
mean,
on
honestly,
the
if you
sides
to be
over there.
frank with you, like,
On
I've
the
only
girls'
watched
side, I
2
don't like what's
episodes of
happening
the
over
show.
there.
I haven't
Share with
even
the
watched
class.
it.
Speak up,
I
goddamn.
have no idea.
We grown.
Yeah, so that's how it happened.
That's how it plays
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So you were sober enough to realize, hey, I don't want Cheyenne to see this. Let me move out of camera and turn off the lights. You were conscious enough of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, because it's better to not look like a
But
bad
then you were
person
in
on
the
the
photo
internet.
booth. But you were in the photo booth after, because that's when Lulu told me that you did something, and I walked up to you and I said, if that's the step you're gonna take, you gotta stand on that. And you looked at me and you was just like, we here. And I looked him in his eyes, he was fucked up. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I gotta defend him on that. Like, when he looked up at me and I told him, like, if you gonna go do some foul shit, you gotta stand on that shit, Jack. And what did you say? He was like, well, we're here. And I was just like, he's fucked up. Like, I looked in his eyes, I was like, he's not here.
No, it's like sad because like even in some of my confessionals, like my eyes were rolling in the back of my fucking head. I'm just like, dude, I don't
Why
even
did you
remember
get so
this
drunk?
shit. I hated it there. It's terrible. I honestly was awful.
Don't seem like you hated it.
No,
though,
like
my
I'm gonna
man.
be straight up. It was awful. Once I fucked up, it was the worst experience of my fucking life. I felt like I was targeted every
Mikey is
fucking
snitching
day.
a little bit.
What do you mean by
Yeah.
targeted?
Bullshit.
Yo,
I
what's
was the
up,
only dude
Matisse?
in the house that did some shit. Like, I mean, like, come on, dude. We're on a TV show. Once someone fucks up, they're gonna push you to do other shit. So what did I do? I fell for the bullshit and I did it.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here.
Once
right
you
now.
put like
So
your
you're
foot
blaming
over
the
the line, the
producers
producers
for
see
your
you putting your
cheating and
foot
not-
like
I'm
near
blaming
the line.
myself. No, I'm
At-
blaming
at
myself
all.
for the cheating.
They're
but
gonna
I'm also-
encourage the bad behavior
It's also
because that's what's gonna
the
get
people
the best
pushing
results
me
for
and
the
the
show.
people in my ears in that moment, and like the emotional distress that we're all going through, and like I can't even explain it, dude. It's not real life to anyone that's watching this. It's really not. Like everyone in this room has experienced it. Everyone from Last Cast experienced it. No one would ever understand. But
Just Cheyenne seeing the kiss or hearing the kiss
Yeah, you
that
heard
happened
the
with
kiss, you
Carter
didn't
in
see
the
it.
confessional.
Let's keep it real.
That was it for you. That's all you needed to see for you to be completely done.
Yeah, I told, like he said, I told him going into the experience, just because we've had our issues, obviously, before we went. So it was just like, you know, the way that the first time made me feel. So if you go out of your way to go do it again to me, it's over. Like I'm gonna, as childish as it is, and yes, maybe I shouldn't have reacted the way that I reacted, and I shouldn't have immediately went to go get my lick back or whatever people or whatever, you know, I said. Yeah, I did. So it's fine.
Ain't no way that this happened months ago and now we on these couches at the reunion and you steadily looking to these other women to try to help you with PR. You should have your story together by now. Jack is fucking his stories up, actively ruining his PR because he lying about the levels of drunkenness. Niggas, they know they getting to the bottom of his lies. She's steadily looking over to the side like, guys, help me out here. Somebody stop me before I fuck up. Like, dog, we understand you're a reality TV show person. You're dumb. Okay, we get it. So you can fuck up your words. You could mistell a story, and then guess what? Afterwards, you'll be able to go on your platform and be like, hey, guys, I messed up. This is what I was trying to say. Yada yada yada. It'll get you even more clicks. But you steadily looking to the side at these other women to try to get you some help is not helping you at all. Just be real and say what you want to say, because that's at the end of the day what's gonna help you. And hiding all of this stuff is not getting to the core of whatever issues y'all had in the beginning, especially since y'all had the conversation or whatever in private already. So you could just talk normally now. If you don't fuck with him no more, then cool. Just say what the fuck you gotta say. If you still like the nigga, then what are we doing?
Whatever.
So
but yes,
stupid.
in that moment, like right whenever
What's
I
up,
saw it, I
Gabby?
was just like, it's game on. Like he's about to get what he deserves, and that's what I did.
Oh, and it's because it's interesting when we started this whole reunion. You, like you said, you knew he was going to do what he did.
Yeah.
Did you think
But
it
I
was going to
still
be?
had a little bit of hope.
No, I understand that, but did you? It doesn't seem like you said that because of his drinking. You said that because of how you know he moves in the relationship.
Like when me and Jack were together in like our relationship, and we spent every single day together, and we were with each other. That is not like how Jack is. The only time that Jack has gone out of his way to cheat or whatever, went out to the club with his friends, got fucked up, cheated on me, right? So it's like, he's not the same person when he's sober and it's me and him. Like it's just completely different. So I don't know, it happened. There's no excuses, like it happened.
So which one do you think is the real version of him then? Let's use our common sense. If alcohol lowers someone's inhibitions, lowers their emotional walls that they have put up, and like allows them to be fully vulnerable, would you not accept that person as the most pure version of them once they get drunk? So why when he comes back to you with these walls up, fully alert, on guard, would you then believe the lies? You're a dumbass.
So it is what it is.
I mean, to be honest, I kind of empathize with you guys because, like, I think we all know what it's like to have our first love. It's hard to quit that person, you know?
Right.
And there's always there's this love,
Thank
but
you,
there's this
Gabby.
toxicity. And it did seem like almost a good thing while you guys did things that hurt each other. You guys leaving the island alone, I feel like made a lot of sense to the viewers, to us, even to you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing you guys both, especially you, trying to defend it and almost take it back in a way that you feel like you almost regret how it all went down.
Yeah, I do, like, Jack has, obviously, I said it on the show, he's been the only guy I've been with for 5 years. So
Yeah.
after I went and I did what I did, it's like, it didn't make me feel good. Like, I didn't hook up with Preston after and be like, oh my gosh, I'm on top of the world. Like, that was the best thing ever. Like, in fact, it was the complete opposite. Like, right after I hooked up with him, like, immediately when I got into the confessional, I was just crying. I'm like, I just feel bad. Like, that's not how I should have
Well, why
gone
wouldn't
about
they
it.
show that?
But I wasn't gonna sit here and let him play in my face on Netflix. Just not gonna happen. So
That's real.
Jack, you said to the guys that she kept bringing up the time that you cheated, but what we didn't know was that she had actually been the one to cheat
Ooh, they finna get into it. They finna get into the one.
first. Can y'all talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So 2 years into me and Cheyenne dating, she just went out with a friend, got drunk and kissed a guy, and came home that same night and told me and was honest about it and didn't lie about it. Was so truthful. I was just like, you know what, it's gonna be okay.
But that started all from a huge fight of us like literally screaming at each other like "fuck you," and that's whenever I went out with my friends. I had never gone out with just my friends without you before that. So
it was like
it's no excuse for what I did. But then yes, I did.
She trying to justify it. Crazy. I swear to God. Just sit in it and be like, I am a bad person and I did a bad thing. Cool. All right, we've seen so many horrible people on reality television. My nigga, do you not know that Lamar Odom OD'd multiple times and was still on the Lamar and Chloe show? You can't be worse than Lamar Odom. All you did was kiss the nigga. So just be like, I fucked up. Players fucked up. We was, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's be real. But no. She just want to protect, like, you know, whatever image that she does have, which I don't know what image she thinks she's protecting. Everybody knows. If I were to get into a relationship with this young lady, who, understandably so, she's young, she's not going to be emotionally mature enough to handle adversity in the relationship. She's going to go and do something off the wall. Okay. Just say that. Say that you haven't adjusted.
I kissed someone, and then I immediately left, and I came home and I told Jack, and I was like, it happened. Either we're going to move past it or we need to end the relationship now. I want you to decide.
And let's be real. That is an evil tactic that she just pulled. I went out and I cheated. I come home, I tell you immediately, right? I come home, I tell you immediately. Hey, I walk in the house. Boom, right on the table. Hey, I cheated on you. All right, you're looking at me shell shocked now. You just got hit with a flashbang of betrayal. And now, immediately after that sentence, now you decide if we break up or don't. Right now. We don't need to be together if you're not going to be able to let go of this, or we're going to stay together and we're going to fix it. But you have to tell me right now. You can't process the emotions. You can't get any outside advice. You can't go and talk to anybody. You can't make this decision over time. You have to tell me right now. That's elite manipulation. I guarantee you, she said that was as like a gotcha too. I'm telling you, like, there's no way that you can bombard me with this, like, you know, whole like situation that you put us in, because we're arguing and we're using our words, and now you go out and you use actions to retaliate to our argument of words. So now once you come back, you're telling me, hey, either we got to end this or you got to get over it. Boom. And it's like a quick time reaction thing in a game. Like, you got to press a button. You got to press triangle, hurry up before this shit explode in your face. Nigga, no. That's not how grown adults handle situations. That's not how it's supposed to happen, which I'm pretty sure this happened while they was like super young or something like that. But like, we gotta talk, like, we gotta understand a little bit better and have the emotional maturity to be able to, like, you know, converse with a person that we call ourselves partners with.
And he was just like, I want to stay with you. Like, it's not something that is gonna end the relationship.
Look at now. I'm a big fan of body language. Look at Mikey's face right now. Hilarious. Also, Jack's face. Classic white person face. Now, look at Cheyenne's hands. She over there faddling with shit. She nervous. You know, I'm not in the business of calling people liars.
And then,
God damn it,
it's just
pants
like,
might be on
after
fire.
that happened, it was, he just kept going. Like, he just kept being a piece of shit. And that's where it's like, we never have came to, it's always, it was shown in the show, like, it's always, we're going like for each other. Like, if I do something, he's gonna do something back. If he does something back, I'm doing something. Like, it's just it was a very toxic relationship. And I mean, I feel like a lot of people understand, as crazy as it seems, but I think a lot of people have been in a super toxic relationship.
Look at the person that you're talking about, that you did these things to.
Was. And I mean, I think people can see and understand how we kind of moved the way we moved and why we did the things we did, essentially.
So how soon after you kissing
right,
the
Matisse.
guy did he go home with the girl?
I would say, what, a few months?
Yeah,
Mikey, does that change your
wait,
opinion or
I'm
something?
I'm not gonna lie, the way it made it seem on the show, like it was like back to back. Like it was like, oh yeah, she kissed somebody, then boom, Jack went to go fuck somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, they made it like, I really feel like the show really portrayed Jack as this fucking evil person, and Jack is not an evil fucking person.
Well, the show does only show what they are given.
Exactly. No.
So
yeah.
they can't make him say things or make him do things.
And he's
He
such
is
a loving
grown
guy.
man.
And the stuff that he would say about Cheyenne in the house, and I know he fucking cheated, and I told him he was wrong about it. All of the guys told him he was wrong about it, but we also asked him his perspective because he spoke so highly of Cheyenne, and that's why when we got out of the house and everything, like I felt like I knew Cheyenne based upon the conversations that he was having with me. So it's like I don't want the world to feel like Jack did not love Cheyenne. He did love her.
I don't think anyone doesn't
Yeah.
feel the love
Yeah,
between
because it's there. And
I
it's
would agree
just-
with you, and I know this is all like new for you guys. Maybe not you. You've been on reality TV before, but
I feel like
I empathize
Jack
with you
and
guys. I've
Cheyenne
been
gonna
in your
get married
shoes.
when
It's
they, like,
hard. You guys, I'm sure
35
the DMs
and
are
have,
open.
like,
People are
3
saying
kids.
nasty
And
shit
it's
to you
gonna be
guys.
it's gonna be a bad
But I can
relationship
assure
then,
you,
too.
like, no one thinks anyone here is an evil person. And that's what I love about this show. Because again, like, as salacious as like the premise sometimes feels, like this show really is about love and relationships and working through your problems and in a very unconventional way, testing your guys' relationship.
I've been thinking this entire time, who does this nigga look like? He look like off-brand Ryan Reynolds. He looked like off-brand Ryan Reynolds.
Like, I didn't see a piece
My
of shit or
girlfriend
an
used
evil
to
guy in
love
Jack.
the
I
Ace
saw
family. I don't know
a
if she
young
still
man
be
like
watching
working
them or
through
if they
some
even
shit.
together
But
anymore. I
that
don't
doesn't
even know. She
mean
hadn't said nothing about
you
him in
can't
a
be
minute.
accountable for your actions. And it
Jasmine,
doesn't
you
mean
still
you
here?
can't grow.
You still keep up with the
from
Ace
that.
family?
So I think it's sometimes a little heavy to go down the like, oh, he's not an evil guy. Like, we know that. Like, we're not trying to figure out whether Jack is evil. We're just trying to figure out like what you guys have
D.O.
learned from
James,
this
good
experience.
Good pull.
But I also want to talk about, like, obviously Jack is the one who brought me to Temptation Island. He's the one who wanted to do this experience. And so after months of convincing me, we came up with the decision of, listen, if you want to go onto the show and you want to air out the dirty laundry that you've done in the relationship, that's fine. But I don't want to go on the show. So at the end of the day, none of that's like, that's not coming out. So if you want to go on this show and you want to bring up problems that we've had, you can bring up your problems. I'm not doing it because it was his idea. He wanted to go on it. So I almost feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason that you had to go and bring that up after we had already talked about that multiple times is because you knew you fucked up, and so you thought it was gonna make you look like a better person to go and bring up shit we agreed wasn't gonna get brought up.
Correct. You looking at me like I'm gonna lie.
I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
saying.
true.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, you didn't. If that was the case, we would have brought this up when Mark's introducing us all. We would have brought that up, but you waited until you're thinking in your head, like, fuck, the world's gonna hate me. Like, everybody's gonna look at me as a cheater. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up what Cheyenne did, even though you knew, like, going into this when we decided we were going on Temptation Island, that wasn't something. I mean, it's whatever. I can.
Well, hold the phone then. Well, why, if it was exactly, she did it. So why are you saying it's off limits? Nigga, we going here to talk about the relationship. To make the relationship better, we have to give the full context of the relationship. That doesn't make sense. That's not clocking to me. Like, what you mean we sat down, like, all right, cool. We sit down before, but like, at what point were you expecting for us to just go on this trip and you bring up all the times I cheated and none of the times, the one time you didn't, was just gonna like fly by to the side? Then no. That's not how it works. Everybody has to address everything that they did for us to come back together and be good. That doesn't.
Like, I don't care. Like, it happened. It is what it is. But it's just like you couldn't even stand on like the simple ass like boundaries that we had set. Like, you just totally blew them out the water. And it's like, you already broke the boundaries with being physical. So it's like, why break the boundaries with other shit that we said? That's something that I just didn't understand.
You just said it in reverse, sweetheart. You just said it in reverse. If I'm gonna go ahead and break the physical boundary, then I might as well tell the story about you cheating too. Like, what? That don't make no fucking sense. if I'm gonna uphold the boundary of me not saying that you cheated on me while I'm out here fucking bitches, what type of dumbass do I look like? Be for real.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you think there's a part of you, consciously, subconsciously, that you brought
Thank you,
Cheyenne to
yes.
Temptation Island to ultimately end the relationship because deep down you felt like maybe you two weren't right for each other?
No, I mean, no, I don't know. I would not say yes.
Another leading question, by the way. Another leading question to paint a nigga a certain way. Hey, man, do you feel like subliminally you brought her on here because you knew that y'all wasn't working out? Gang, what? Is you cool? Do you need that? Do we need to step outside and box? Cause you haven't asked that question to nobody else. And it's not to say that Jack and Cheyenne's relationship is the best or it's better than anybody's, but it's plenty of niggas in this room who got. Hold on. This nigga just asked him, hey, do you feel like you brought your girlfriend to this island so that you could cheat on her? So, like, to break up with her, like, subliminally because you didn't care about her and, like, you felt that the relationship was some bullshit? Gang, why you ain't asked that to Sydney? She brought Mikey on there, and I'm just saying, like, ask everybody these questions. Don't just ask me. Damn. Like, my nigga, don't do that to me. Don't single me out when I get up here and then say, oh, nobody's a villain. We all just living in this reality TV thing. My nigga, you just sat there and painted me in the most insane way, the craziest, the nuttiest way. And Sydney sitting over there in that damn gold vest, looking like the Lone Ranger, going crazy, getting all her shit off. Nigga, nah, go ask. This would be the part where I would stand up and start calling niggas out. Real talk. Jack too nonchalant for me, bro. He too nonchalant. Nigga just letting shit slide. We not letting shit slide. We gotta talk. We gotta address shit. If niggas say they in love how they say they in love, we gotta address some shit.
And to show her that I loved her. It's just that's not the way it went. I can't change anything. But all I can do is just be better every single day and show her that, you know, no matter if she's, you know, who knows what's gonna happen.
Jack is in
I didn't spend 6 years
horrible
with her
state
for
of radical
no reason.
acceptance.
But at the same time, I want her to be
Everything
happy.
that's being
and
thrown his way
that moment,
that can
we weren't
cast
happy.
blame on him
No,
in
I hear
any
that. I mean,
shape,
that
way, or form.
every time
he
you
is
said
just
that on the
radically
show,
like,
I
yeah, I
understood
made
you.
that
It's
decision.
like
I made that choice. I fucked up.
No one watched you
Next
guys and thought,
question.
I
Yeah,
want
man,
something
that thing
like
that I did
this.
was
But
fucked
we
up.
also,
Yeah.
no offense,
Like, it's so bullshit.
you know.
It's letting other niggas
Not
off the
too
hook
much.
for they things too.
But I've been like, we've all had that first
Right.
love, and like, love is a powerful thing. You know, you don't learn how to drive getting in a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? And that's sometimes what love is like. It's like getting into
I feel like Jack knows that he's attractive enough to the point where it's about to sound crazy, pause, but he knows that he doesn't have to be a good person to continue to do what he wants to do, which is like fuck hoes and do club events and all that shit. He's now been on Netflix, so that gives him the cachet to get into these spaces. So now all he's trying to do is like, hey man, it is what it is. Now I'm at my lowest. I'm the lowest. My value can be the lowest that it can be, and I'm still gonna fuck hoes. So you know that you're getting the worst version of me. So he's just like on some like, yeah, man, I'm damaged goods, but the good's still good. I'm getting mine off. And salute to him. That's crazy. His
a
DMs probably
high-powered
went
car,
stupid.
not knowing how to drive, and then we get surprised when we crash and burn. So I think everyone has a lot of empathy for you guys, but at the same time, every step of the way, it just seemed like you wanted out of this relationship.
Yeah, I think we both
He keeps doing it.
wanted out of the relationship. I think
She did not seem like she wanted out of the relationship.
well,
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Jack,
she
I
did.
literally, I'm not coming for you. Like, I'm just saying,
keeping
listen,
my mouth shut.
Jack, fucking listen. You guys can back me up on this. I went into the house and I was literally standing 10 toes for you. Like, the guys would try and talk to me, and
Dog, you told a nigga, yo, this not in his tax, it's not in his pay grade to be taking me on dates and shit like that. I've been stuck with one dick for the past 5 years. I'm sick of this shit. Like, gang, don't sit here and tell me, oh, I was fighting my heart out for you. Dog, you had lapses in your judgment as well. Let's be for real.
and I would literally tell them to get away from me. Like, they would try and have a conversation with me, and I would be like, I don't care, it's not Jack. Like, it's not Jack, though.
So
Like, I was standing for you so hard. So for you to sit here and say that I didn't want to be with you, it's just like that's that's not true.
Something that was like the big like catalyst, and I'm not excusing what he did or blaming it on us when I say this, but the very first bonfire he saw was you on that boat with that guy, and you were like talking a bunch of shit.
Okay,
And
but Jack didn't bring up to you guys that he's the one who told. He literally said, "Whatever you do, go in here and talk as much shit as you want to talk. Just don't get physical."
I know.
Okay?
I'm just explaining like what happened, like how it went down on the show.
real.
We saw that in the bonfire. We gave Jack a really hard time of like, wow, how do you let her talk about you like that? And Jack's like, that's just how it is with us. And we gave him a ton of shit. Not that we peer pressured him or anything, but that was like I think one of the driving forces in it is we were like, she doesn't seem like she like likes you.
She doesn't respect you.
Doesn't respect you.
So why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't respect you?
Yeah.
Like, well, that's just our relationship.
You know,
Jack.
he's a grown-ass man and he made his decisions, but I'm just saying that was like a component of why it happened.
Do y'all regret putting your opinions onto their relationship?
no.
1,000%.
Yeah, maybe.
1,000% because knowing now, I feel fucking bad for it because they didn't show it in the house. I talked to Jack, we talked every damn day. And I'm over here like, shit, she calling you broke. I don't know. Like hearing a woman talk down on a guy that she really loves, like.
I will say though, like, well, I think alcohol is kind of a
He
weak
cutting him
excuse for
off.
bad
God damn,
behavior.
Real.
Answer a question.
I do think, in relationships, and we've talked about this, and I think this was kind of a theme with this cast. I do think men don't realize how hard it is to hear your partner talk bad about your character, whether it's saying he's acting like a sociopath or whatever. And I think, when Sydney for a moment she kissed Xavier, and your first response was, I'm gonna fight for this woman. You actually, for the first time, like the season opened up, you're flirting with Trace Amigas, and you're doing all this thing. You saw her make out with a man, and I'm like, oh, he loves Sydney. And I thought that was very interesting that you watched your girl cross a physical boundary, and yet you fell more in love with her. And yet, then the next bonfire, she
Is
was
this nigga about to cry
kind of
again?
talking down on you.
Don't do it.
And that's when you like lost some respect for Sydney, or you seemed more
1,000%.
angry with her.
Hell yeah.
And so I guess what I'm saying is it's like, do you think a little bit, you clearly had every right to be frustrated with Jack, but do you think you have spoken to him in a way that damaged your relationship?
Yeah. I don't think that me and Jack have been the most respectful to each other as we
Dog,
should
no,
have been in the
he didn't say, do you feel like both of y'all have been respectful to each other? No, he said, do you feel like you talked to Jack a crazy way to make him not want to be with you? And what did she immediately do? We both. Dog.
relationship, and yeah, I don't know. We should have talked to each other nicely and hyped each other up more, and been that person for each other. But I think it just got to
I swear to God, she could replace the word we with I so much in this stuff, and she would be way better off in understanding what's going on. She could just be like, I could have talked to Jack better. And maybe that would have reciprocated through Jack talking to me better. That could have been the way she could have went about it. But she's steadily just doing the... She's a master of language arts right now.
point where we were
She's
spending so
flipping
much
words
time
left and
together,
right.
and we were with each other every single day, all day, every day, that it kind of just got to a point where it was like, I don't know, we just both...
Like we were just fighting like brother and sister. Like,
Do
know
you
what I
feel
mean?
like she respected you?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, we both respected each other. Obviously, when you have those bad moods and you're frustrated with your partner, we both get a little antsy and say things you don't mean. But I mean, overall, of course, I feel like we both respected each other when it was really, really good.
We actually gave you shit also on the show, it sounds like we gave you a lot of shit,
did.
but we also gave you shit for not standing up for yourself, it felt like at times. And I know it's weird because the whole show, like, we only live one side of it. We don't live their side. And so, like, inevitably the entire time we're like, you know, us against them, like, screw the girls. But anyways, we gave, not screw the girls, but you know what I mean? Like, we're living our truths and we don't see you guys.
Nah,
But
stop.
we
You
would
know what
give
he
you
mean.
shit because
Quit
we
trying
would
to
literally be at a bonfire
nigga trying
and
to
be a
stoke
clip of
flames that aren't even
her,
there.
like, getting railed by Preston, and you and you would just be like, good for her, like, I love her, and
That
we'd be
shit-
like,
Because he didn't want to look like a
But-
hypocrite.
No, that shit
You
pissed
guys-
us off, bro.
We didn't go on a show to just talk highly of each other 24/7. We wouldn't be on Temptation Island if we didn't just only
I know. I
have
think
nothing but
we
positive
felt
things
like
to say
we
about
had
each
some
other.
like more moral high ground because we were like, we're not gonna talk bad.
We're not talking bad about our girls. That's not what we about
That's
to do.
just how we felt.
And we also
that's
tell
what-
the girls too, don't talk down on our girls. They knew that.
yeah, and they did
But it was
it.
okay to flirt with
But I'm
everybody?
telling you right now, the only reason that Jack reacted the way he reacted whenever he saw that happen is
flirting. You sat in front of the nigga and told him, "Hey man, I don't think that you ever spoke badly about Mikey." My nigga, yes you did. Yes he did. He said it right before. He was like, "This nigga mad immature. The Three Amigas shit, that's mad corny. That's mad lame. That's mad childish." Nigga,
because he knew he
I
did not
had
want to
to.
look like a hypocrite. Deep down, you know that shit fucking hurt.
It
And you can
me.
Okay, so you were putting on a show the entire fucking time. Like you weren't being your genuine self and like showing your genuine emotions. Like you were putting on this front so that way you could protect yourself in the long run when it came to social media and what people were gonna think of you. That's why he went about it the way he went about it. He didn't want to seem like
I didn't want to seem like a Grant, dude.
But does
it's a lot of her talking for him as well. I don't like that. Stop telling niggas how you think that I felt. Stop doing that. Let me say what the fuck I felt. Cause you don't know what the fuck I felt. So you know what you felt. And you know what I probably have told you. But let me say what I told you. Don't sit here and speak for me.
Isn't it? We all feel like it looks bad when you see Cheyenne getting fucked.
can we
And
stop?
I'm saying when we're seeing Cheyenne do what she was
She
doing,
mad as
and
shit
your
because
only
nigga keep
emotion
saying
is
she got cracked.
like we're happy for, like I'm happy for, like that. We was all like, what the fuck? We had bigger reactions to that shit than you, so it kind of had us like
we gave you shit.
we gave
yeah,
you bad
not
shit for that
standing
shit.
up.
We was like, what the fuck is this?
In that moment in the villa, I had no room to judge what Cheyenne was doing. I mean, I feel like I was in the wrong. I had already done what I'd done. Like I had already hurt her, and it was like 5 days in, and like the fact that I had to like let Cheyenne go through the amount of time we were there at the very beginning, and on top of that, she just met the girls, and it's like I don't know how she's doing. So I'm sitting there like, I don't know.
Why didn't you guys, instead of giving him shit, why didn't you just like man to man, just like sit him down and try to like have a heart to heart rather than like give your boy a hard time?
When I say give shit, I feel like
Yeah,
that's kind
we
of what
did-
I meant. I thought we did
that.
like
we
heart to heart.
did that.
Yeah.
It's just it felt like Jack was, but it was like Jack shitted on himself in the house where he always kept saying, "I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough," and that shit would piss the three of us off because we're like, bro, where the fuck are you getting this shit from? But then finding out now that Cheyenne is so fucking supportive of him and all this other shit, it's like, why are you shitting yourself like that? You get what I'm saying?
But isn't there a way to like hold your friend accountable while still supporting him?
We never were like, oh, good job cheating. Like we did help. We held him accountable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
This
did.
nigga
but
like
at the end of the day, he like took it for the team. Like at the
y'all niggas, they making it seem like the niggas that was on that couch, that's on that couch right now, was in there thrusting for him, grabbing his fucking hips and like, yo, fuck these hoes, gang. No.
at the end of the day, he was giving Netflix like what they wanted from Temptation Island. So it's like you guys aren't gonna sit there and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I saw
Like you're
the first time Jack cheated. Like if I saw him, I was asleep when this all went down. But if I was there and I saw him starting to do bad, I would have grabbed him by the shoulder and not let him do that. But once I woke up next morning and he already fucking cheated, and well, it's like, I already cheated. Like I'm not gonna get like.
Cole, respectfully, Cole. Jack not listening to Blink Man. I'm sorry. Blink Man can't stop me from going to get some pussy. I'm sorry. I would have respectfully told Cole, go warm some towels up for me for aftercare, Cole, because you You not grabbing me, nigga. What the fuck is? Get the fuck out of my face. Go warm some towels up, Cole. Go make sure that we got warm rags to wipe off with after I finish this, nigga.
You already cheated. I'm not gonna like try to condone him now when he's already done it. You know.
Not condone him, but like you can just ask him like, why do you think you did that?
I did
Like
that,
this is the thing. It's like it hurt bad enough to see him cheat the first time, but then it's like it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And the clips that I saw at the bonfire, half of them were cut out. Like
from the show.
Yes, half of them were cut out from the show. So it's like what I saw, like it's almost you guys could have whatever happened at this fucking point. I really don't care. But you guys could have like just been like, Jack, like why would Mikey, why would you be like, go all in then? Like if you're gonna cheat, go all in. Like at some point you could have been like, you fucked up, like take a step back and really think about what the fuck you're doing. You've spent 6 years with this girl, like really think about what you're doing instead of just being like, it's a fuck fest.
Did I not say that?
You did.
Like, did I not say that to you?
They did. I just didn't listen. And I'm gonna say this for all three of them. They did.
You said
They did.
Was the
I said that
mentality
shit.
too that like you guys were kind of both single once you both like cheated and like you were
Yeah,
now exploring yourself?
Because I reminded him of the shit you said on the first day we met. You said, if you fuck up, it's one of those ones. You get what I'm saying? You said it's up. And I said, you remember, it's up.
Why were you, it seemed like you guys were more invested in their relationship than your
Yeah,
own.
because it was just the fact that like looking at Jack was just like, we felt bad. Like the way Jack would like, I've never seen a grown man talk down on himself before. Like to really shit on yourself.
Okay,
constantly.
but you know Jack in real life now, and that's
I
not
know
Jack.
now.
Jack doesn't
He
talk
doesn't do it
down on
now.
himself. So, okay, so why all of a sudden he's he talking down on himself on the show?
'Cause he was.
Probably to make himself fucking look good. I don't really know because
we know
Jack
that now?
That's not who Jack is. Jack is confident as fuck.
Exactly.
He's a very like he knows who he is. He knows he's a good-looking guy. Like he knows all of this. So it's like why all of a sudden Jack, like when we've been in this relationship for so long, you haven't ever talked down on yourself like that. So why in the house are you all of a sudden talking down on yourself? I just don't get that because that's never been a thing in our relationship. Like if anything, you've always been the guy that's like, you know who the fuck you are. Like you've always said that. So it's just hearing them say that you were talking down on yourself, acting like you're not good enough. Like that's crazy to me because I've never heard that before.
I just think it was the emotions in the house. I mean, I can't even recall like I said, I haven't watched this fucking show, so I can't even recall the bonfire, but I just know with some of the stuff you were saying in the bonfire.
Yes.
No.
I don't
Of course,
know.
Sydney
Like,
says no.
Like I told them, it's all stuff I've heard, but it's all stuff I've heard when we were super mad at each other. It's like you're talking to another fucking man, and like I just like I don't know, and then the way that. Which you probably checked him after he said I was broke.
I'm looking at these
but, I
comments
mean,
and see some stuff too.
I didn't know if you checked him because it just cut off, and then.
But
I
like
don't know.
seriously, like me calling you broke, like dude, that's a reason to cheat? Like I don't understand that.
There's
it's like,
there's no reason. There's no don't say that's a reason. That's not a reason.
Okay, then what
there's
the fuck?
there's no first of all, there's no
You just said that the reason that you went and moved the way you moved in the house is because you saw what I said offended you.
Yeah, you're right. I cheated and
We gonna check them after
I
this.
don't know.
Like when we get to a good
that's it.
pausing point, or maybe if they
think
like start
just-
the ads up.
Do you think you have some insecurities
we
about
can look
yourself
into
you haven't fully tackled?
No. I think I figured all those insecurities out after me and Cheyenne broke up.
What were those insecurities?
I mean, first of all, not being able to be alone. I couldn't do things on my own.
Okay.
My overall body, I started running and fucking working out and like losing weight again and like actually like focusing on myself and putting time towards
This thing's
myself
tiny.
after the show.
Talk about how I started running.
And
Did you? Because last I checked, whenever you got back from the show, all you were doing was constantly getting fucked up. And then when we finally sat down and had that conversation, I sat there and I told you, like, this isn't.
you're good.
No,
You're good.
it's not that I'm good. I'm speaking the fucking
Just
truth.
Talk to her, bro.
I'm speaking the truth.
Talk to her.
And we had that conversation, and I have done nothing like I have multiple times in this relationship is push you to be a better fucking version of yourself, and you can't seem to accept that I have done that for you.
You have.
Okay, so why couldn't you have said it? Why can you say it now to my face, but you couldn't have said it whenever I'm behind closed doors? It's like, when you got back from that show, you were doing nothing but getting fucked up, and turning back into the old version of Jack that you weren't before you went on to that show.
Correct, yeah.
And then we finally decided we're gonna continue to be in each other's lives. We're gonna be friends. We're gonna be support systems for each other, whatever. And I'm the one who's like texting you every single day, like, hey, like, how are you doing? Like, did you go on your run? Like, what, like, is everything good, right? So it's like, I don't understand. Like, you didn't do that. You fell right back in.
Texting me every day, is everything good? Knowing that you're the reason that a lot of shit has been bad, that just leave me alone. I wouldn't want to like encroach on anybody's space that I've made feel like a certain type of way. That's just me personally. I'm a space needer and also a space giver. So if something happens, I'm just gonna be like, all right, I gotta let's create a little bit of space, let's create a little bit of distance, and let me do my thing over here for a minute. And then I'll bring whatever that I need to bring towards you back your way. So her saying like every day I was the one on your phone texting you, making sure you're good, making sure this, that, and the third. Like, my nigga, I don't care about that because you're the reason that I'm fucked up. The reason I need to be getting shit together.
Into your old habits. And the first thing you told me when you got off the island, you wanna know what the first thing you told me was?
What?
Do you remember?
Nope. I don't remember even the island.
Okay, well, the first thing you told me when you got off the island was, you know the one thing I learned? I said, what'd you learn? You said that I'm gonna smoke weed and I'm gonna do whatever I want when I want, and you're not gonna tell me otherwise.
Correct.
Okay,
we
that's
went
fine.
together.
That's fine. But you fail to remember that the reason that I don't want you to do, you can do whatever you want, bro. You can smoke weed. You can do that. That
Yeah.
doesn't bother me. But I'm not saying that in a way that's like I want to tell you what to do. I'm trying to just like help you grow and like help you like. I want you to realize that like you could be so much more because you have that potential. But when you're constantly drowning yourself with things that don't help you, like it's hard to be the best version of yourself. But you take everything that I say and you take it in such a bad way.
You don't
that's
have to
not
shit
how
on me.
I like.
You don't
am
have to shit on the
trying to
current
make it
version of
seem.
me
Like,
just
I
because
don't
you see a
wanna-
better version
My
of me
goal
in the
is to
future.
never give you,
don't have
rules
to do
or
that.
to
You genuinely
tell
don't.
you what
You can-
to do or
you
what
can
not
love
to do. It's
the
just like
person that I
I
am
want
and
you
the
to
person
be
that I
like the
can
best
be
version of Jack.
equally.
And I feel like I have done that
That's
for so
the option.
long in the relationship. But whenever it comes to me and like pushing me, I don't get that. It's just like, why don't you do it with me, type of thing. And it's like, I just feel like when we were in the relationship, like it should be nothing but pushing each other, you know? And I
Yeah.
felt like I was
And
constantly
I
pushing
failed
you
to
but
do
not
that.
getting it. in
Yeah, I
return.
failed. I didn't do that.
You're
I took
still
all
not
that for
pushing her.
granted. And
'Cause
I'm
she's
sorry that I
all
did
low-
that.
she's
I'm sorry. I
attacking
took
you.
the whole relationship. I took you as a
Well, not
person
attacking
for
you. She's-
granted. I took all
she's
the time
giving
we spent
you-
together
she's
for
giving
granted.
you a-
and I would
a
never
lot right
take
now.
any
She's
of
giving
that
you a
back a day in my
combo of
life. I
things.
appreciate everything. I want you to
right
be
now.
happier than
And you
you
not
ever
fighting
were
back,
with
Jack.
me, no matter what path you go down. I want nothing but success for you. Yeah, I mean, I owe nothing but the truth to you about everything I experienced in this whole situation. So, I mean, that's all you deserve.
Do you realize how much she cares about you?
A
'Cause I think it's pretty obvious.
Mikey's like my
That's a pretty
biggest
corny question to
hype
ask a
man when
nigga,
it
but
comes to
alright.
that. He texts me all the time. He's just like, she loves you, like, you know, and she did love you, and she, like, you know, we'll always love each other. That love will never be gone.
Why do you have such a hard time taking the love that she has for you in a way that will actually help you? Because it seems like she really cares about you in ways that, like, she probably should have given up on you a long time ago.
Oh, she should have kicked me to the fucking rocks. Like,
This nigga just said, did you hear that? Did y'all just hear that? This nigga just said, yo, it seemed like she should have been kicked your sorry ass to the curb, yo. You's a bitch. How you feel about that? How you feel about being a bitch that she should have been dropped? Nigga, let's just run that back.
Actually help you, because it seems like she really cares about you in ways that, like, she probably should have given up on you a long time ago.
oh, she
Giving
should
up
have
on me
kicked
a
me to
long
the
time
fucking
ago, my
rocks.
nigga.
Like, I don't even deserve
But
her
I
loving
see so
me
much,
still.
like I have always
Nigga
seen
like
so
me would
much
have started
more in you,
talking
and like
about the
that's not.
female host up
It
there
was
that
never
his
to
wife.
like.
I'd be
I
like,
never
yo,
wanted to
she
get
shoulda-
rid of
she
you.
shoulda left
Like
you before she got
I've always.
pregnant.
I feel like if
Yeah,
anything,
I would
I've
just start
fought for
asking
you
him questions like
so
that, bro.
hard.
Like,
Just
what's
like
up with you?
you fought for me too, but it's like I truly don't think you realize how bad like I rode for the relationship. You know?
What are some things about Jack that you really love about?
That's a good question.
Stop.
She can't answer it.
That's okay.
You good, bro. You good. You good. You good. Let it out. Let it out.
Are y'all seeing this? She still ain't answered the question.
It's hard for
What's some
everybody.
things about Jack you like? She looks to her friends. She looks to the side to them. Nah, no.
Stand up.
I'm not standing up. No, I'm not standing up. I wouldn't stand up.
Over here, buddy.
Cool. I'm an adapter. You straight. Go ahead, yo.
What are you feeling right now, Jack?
And they moved on. And they moved on. And they moved on. They moved on. What are you feeling right now, Jack? She didn't answer the question. She didn't answer the question.
Regret. My actions, the way I treated her, the way I took everything for granted.
You know, it's interesting, like, it seems very real and there's a lot of love, but like, maybe I'm crazy, but I don't feel like the show broke you guys up in a way. And I feel like if you were willing...
I think we're just crazy.
Probably.
Crazy
I
in
think
love.
this
We're
is
all
what I
crazy.
think. I think that no matter what, at the end of the day, like, I will always have love. Thanks. Not letting me look a mess or whatever. I think that
Black Sync?
I'll always
Crazy?
have love for Jack, no matter how things went on the island. And
Whatever.
the people that are like wanting me to hate him and wanting me to bash him and wanting me to just tear him into shreds, it's like, you're just not gonna get that from me because
They already got
I
it from
do
you.
love him. I like, no matter what, like, I really do love you, and that's not
Love you
gonna
too.
change. And I know you regret what you did, and I know how bad you felt for what you did. So there's no reason for me to make you feel worse. You know.
I love you.
He got a
But I wish
solid
you the
cry
best.
too.
I don't. I wish
That's
I could
probably
have you
gonna get him
still,
so
but
many
I'm
hoes.
fucked.
Jack, have you thought about therapy? Has Mikey encouraged
Yeah.
you to maybe talk to?
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversations about that. I mean, I think I sit on the phone with him maybe once
Exactly,
every 2 days,
D3,
maybe talking.
exactly.
He just rambles, but yeah,
So Mikey's your therapist.
yeah.
I try, bro.
He's a new type of therapist. He's changed a lot, actually. You know, from the show.
The part of you that we watched this on the show, and I think we're seeing it now, and it doesn't seem like inauthentic, but there's something about you kind of like, yeah, no, I'm a piece of shit, and yeah, like she deserves better, but like at some point, like I don't know if it's a cop out, but it does seem like you clearly are hurting, but like what's stopping you from receiving Cheyenne's love in a way that's like, you know what, I got to get my shit together. Like I should be like, why don't you just use it as a way to hold yourself more accountable? Because like you're a young guy. There's definitely a lot of life in front of you, and like you could look
saying,
back
this nigga is
and really
talking
think of
reckless to these men.
that's the old Jack. But you seem
Bro, we
so
grown.
reluctant
What
to like
what you want to do?
take advantage of that.
You want to get
I
knocked
don't-
out in front of your pregnant wife?
I don't even
Do you
know.
want to get knocked out in front of
Can
your
you tell me
pregnant
the
wife?
question again?
Am I making sense? Because like it's the whole like you concede like that you're like you concede your actions, and I kind of like almost the way you were saying it. It's just like, well, if you're so quick to be like, yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I shouldn't have cheated. Like, why don't you just not do the thing that you're so quick to admit? You know, it's like it's awesome that you can take accountability and acknowledge it, but like, what's stopping you from just being a better guy?
Nothing, honestly. I think right when I got out of the island, I think immediately my brain went to, what the fuck did I just do? To, I need to be a better person. I'm like, my morals are not straight.
He's
Like,
asked so
I'm not
many similar
a good
questions like
guy.
that throughout this entire
I didn't
thing.
treat her good. I don't know.
You know, it's interesting. I don't like watching the show. It's like these two should not be together. You know, and yet I'm sitting here just like the love that you guys have is like so palpable and obvious.
I haven't seen a single thing from them two individual people from this set of like interview from this reunion that has made me change my mind on them needing to be together. They need to stay separate because Jack is still sitting there just being a punching bag and she's still not taking accountability. So what part of that is like, I understand in the host mind, oh, love is overpowering all of that. No, it's not. No, it's not. When one person is like just sitting there taking all of this punishment and like getting like, you know, all of this emotion from one person and they're not giving it back to the other person, then the love is out the window. We need to address, like, you know, the communication styles at some point, because you can't just be in a relationship because we got mad love and emotion for each other and the time we put in. No, you have to be right for somebody, and they're not right for each other. Jack's not good for her, and she's not good for Jack.
It's like, it's hard not to, and I honestly, I feel like my perspectives change. I find
hard to
myself
not root for
rooting
you,
for you
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Which is probably bad
rooting for
advice.
you guys.
These hoes are dumbasses.
Guys, stop.
And sometimes hope is like, hope can be a good thing, and also in these situations, it can be like your worst enemy, because like you have so much history, you see the good in each other. Like, I hate to ask, but is there a world, I don't get the sense that you guys have given up on a possibility of ending up together. Would that be fair to say?
I mean, I guess never say never, but I think right now, especially after this experience, it's just like we've really got to focus on us and maybe just creating a good foundation of like just a great friendship. And if we can't seem to be friends, I mean, I wouldn't say like...
I don't think you guys can be friends.
Yeah, I don't
If
know.
I can just be honest.
That's good. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't.
No
You guys have seen Wolf of Wall Street. We're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
Friends from afar,
I think
I
that
would say.
if everything could go my way, like I would want to be with Jack at the end of the day and I would want to try again, but right now just isn't the time. And that's not to say that it couldn't happen later on down the road.
you mentioned that Jack's close with your family. How did your family feel about watching this all go down?
So we all went to dinner right before we went to the island, and Jack sat down with my entire family, and they were just like, tell me your intentions. Like, are you gonna cheat on my daughter? Like, what are your intentions? And he said full-heartedly, like, I'm gonna prove you guys wrong. He said it straight to my dad, straight to my mom's face. He said, I'm gonna prove you guys wrong, and you guys can have these doubts about me, but it's not gonna happen. And then it happened. And so my parents, like my family's immediate reaction was, what the fuck? Like, that is not the Jack that we have been around for so many years. But it's crazy because it's like they know like this
Thank
side
God.
of Jack,
I
and
hope that the
they
family
don't
keeps them
recognize the
separated.
Jack that
I hope the
is
family
shown.
is just like, yo,
And
don't talk
it's
to that
crazy,
nigga.
but
Don't.
they still love him. They still text him every single day,
They
making sure
still
he's
text
okay.
him.
Like,
oh my God.
they love Jack down.
I don't think you got a chance earlier, but what are some of the things that you and your family love about Jack?
Thank God. Thank God. And thank God. Cause they was just gonna let that slide. This nigga in this fucking this dumbass Scarface suit was just gonna let that shit rock.
He's just like, as much as I have
And
not
they gave her
talked
20
so
minutes
highly
to think
about
about
Jack, or I've said things that I don't mean, it's like Jack has been there for me through so much. Like, he has helped me accomplish like everything in my life. Like,
She just said, yo, tell me something you love about this nigga. And you said availability. Be serious with yourself. If someone asks you about your partner, hey man, what's a quality that you like about them? And you say, they're there. Well, nigga, stop being with that person then. Cause nigga, a fucking dog could be there. A cat could be there. A fucking chair could be there. Nigga, don't tell me, they play all 82 games. Nigga, what type of shit? What type of shit? That's the bare minimum. As Sydney was saying, the bare maximum is being there. If we together, be there. Unless you have like a job that like takes you all around the country, like a traveling job or something. But nigga, that shit just
if it wasn't
blew
for
me.
Jack, I wouldn't have half the things that I have. He's just helped me so much. Like, my style, like everything. Like, it's from as simple as,
He made you get
you
fly.
know,
Wow.
the way.
He dressed me up
I
like
don't
a
even
Barbie
know.
doll.
It's just everything. Like, Jack, if it wasn't for Jack, like, I wouldn't be where I am today, and
Just deep.
It's not deep,
everyone
Mikey.
that is
Shut
in
up.
my life like knows that, and he's just great. He's great
That's
with my
as shallow as
nephews.
it gets, Mikey. I don't think you're understanding what's being said to you. That's as shallow as it gets. He's there. He bossed my swag up. He was looking so fly that I was looking like a bum, so I had to get better clothes to be around the nigga. That's superficial shit.
It's like my nephews adore him, and it's just, yeah.
Your nephews adore him because he looks like a
There's a lot
TikTok
of things to
superstar.
love about Jack.
Do you think you have a habit of self-sabotaging?
24/7. I feel like I constantly like self-sabotage, and I judge myself a lot. I feel like I'm hard on myself a little bit.
What are some of your biggest insecurities outside of, I know you shared a little bit, but my gut tells me those aren't your biggest ones.
I don't know.
Damn, you didn't even get this deep in the confessionals. You're pulling a side out of you I haven't seen.
Probably my adoption. It's my biggest
You were
insecurity.
adopted. From what we've talked about and when we have gotten deep about it, I know he's gonna break down, but I think it's more of just feeling the love of like everyone around him, and I think that it kind of stems from it does stem from
What a bombshell.
From that, and I think that at points he doesn't feel that he's loved from.
All right, quick pause right here. Quick pause. It's 2 hours. We are currently at 54 minutes and 30-something seconds. So what I'm hearing here is I was adopted, and now I've got attachment issues. So looking at Cheyenne, she was somebody I attached to, and now I can't get away from her. Because now I feel like I'm being put up for adoption again. I'm out on my own again. Like I'm stuck. This shit is crazy. Need to leave each other alone.
He has
Get
an amazing family.
Which I
like
do, yeah.
his mom and dad and his brother, they're literally the best. And so that's not what I'm meaning. Like he gets the love from them. Like he knows that that's not what I'm talking about at all. I'm just saying, like, I think that he's always felt in some type of way that I don't know how to put it. I wasn't
Just unwanted.
Unwanted,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure that's, tough to process. And
Yeah.
also imagine, like, when we go through difficult times.
Yeah, this guy's being a real dick to somebody who's been adopted. Would you talk to this to other orphans, you dick?
You guys have clearly leaned on each other. No one can relate to this experience except for what you guys went through. And obviously, I imagine it must be difficult to find people to relate to that type of feeling.
Like never. Anybody.
You can see it behind his eyes.
But it's okay.
You said you wanted to be your authentic self. Who is that?
When he said he was adopted, the question that popped immediately into his head was, yo, what do you feel like you could have did better so that your other family would have kept you? That's what the nigga wanted to ask him for real. And he was like, you know what? I can't go that far. I can't go that far. I can't go that far.
That.
Me.
Expo, she's pregnant. Expo, she's pregnant.
Well, listen, man, I really appreciate your vulnerability.
6 to 8 months
You all
pregnant.
seem like great
What are you
people.
on? With
I think
twins?
a lot of, obviously, people are watching the show, and it's
Is you
easy
cool?
to judge and critique, but
Nigga said the
you're a
polka
really
dot
young
dress
guy
is
with a
working
lot
on
of life in front of you and a lot of potential, and I hope that you reach it, and you certainly
It'll be your
can, but
motherhood.
it won't happen until you face
Everything.
some of your demons,
Yeah.
But the show also doesn't define who you are. Like there's
Not at all.
you can always show a different side that wasn't shown. And I think that that's something that you just need to do. You just need to put it out there, and you just need to really show like the version of Jack that I know. I know the side that you showed on the show is like the worst side of you, but that's not who you are. And we all know that that's not who you are, and you need to show that.
Well, her saying that he showed the worst side of him already, that defeats the purpose of what she was saying about him like bringing up the cheating that she did. Because she was saying, oh, he was just trying to make himself look better. Well, if I already look the worst that I could possibly look, why would I be trying to look better, bro? It's over. I'm cooked already.
Beautiful.
You can also reinvent yourself over and over and time again. And
Right.
you know, like
Yeah.
I've done
This
that a
is-
million times.
This is just the start. Like you have a rough start. Like it's coming at you hard, you know, like the internet's really coming for you, but just look at it as this is the lowest you'll be and just grow from here.
That's deep. That's facts.
It's real.
Well, before we move on to Scarlett and Cole, if you don't mind me saying, if I could just offer you guys some advice. If there's any hope that you guys end up together, just do me a favor and don't try to be friends until you're not friends. And I know you guys care a lot about each other, and it's probably easy to always go to each other during hard times, but like respect the relationship that you guys had, and it's not as friends. Like, yeah, you'll be best
Bad
friends
advice.
if you're together, but if there's any hope for you guys, it's not going to happen if you try to be friends in
try
between.
to not care that
trying
you're
to
doing
not
other
care,
people
and
and you're doing other
it's just-
things. Yeah.
Don't torture each other,
Right.
Either let each other go, and know that you have a support from afar, or give it a shot.
One more thing I want to say before we move on. Another thing that just wasn't shown in the show is at our final bonfire, we had a moment where it's we literally just started busting out laughing. We have such a weird dynamic, and we have just literally we have been so close for so long that it's I couldn't even take him serious. What I was seeing in that house was just that is not Jack. I literally have no
You said
idea
that
who this man is.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Every
this
day
is-
you were like, that's not Jack.
Yeah, this is not Jack. I have no idea who this is. And so it's just kind of whenever we went to make our
Wait. Hold the phone. This isn't Jack, but you were saying earlier that before y'all left from each other, at the very beginning, y'all were holding hands and you were in tears telling him not to get too drunk because you know how he acts. But now you are watching him get too drunk and you have no idea who this is. So is it A or is it B? Do you know that when he gets drunk and fucked up, he be on other bitches, or do you not know that? Because clearly you forgot. Okay. All right. Dumbass. She just talking. She just saying shit. And she's saying shit and thinking
final
it
decisions of
sound
who
right,
we
but
were
it
going to
don't.
leave
It's
with
not
or
adding up.
what we were going to do. It's when I looked at him, I'm just we just started dying laughing because I'm what the fuck was that? What was that? That is not what we have been
It seemed like you never cared if
for
he cheated or
6
not.
years. So
Well, it's
Yeah.
interesting
It
because,
seems
you
like
know,
you
again,
was
we all
cool
relate
with
to
it
these,
if you just
these
busted out
first
laughing.
toxic loves, but it's also I did think we get surprised
And
how
you
much
just
we
had
get
to look
comfortable
mad
with
for
the
the
pain
cameras,
that we
like you
cause
was
each
saying
other.
about him.
We sometimes miss the pain. We get familiar with it. That's why, honestly, no offense, Mikey, I commend Sydney because it's not easy to walk away from something you're so comfortable and used to, and you even get comfortable to the pain that you guys cause each other because sometimes the makeup is
Really
it's
good.
great.
I know that's right.
It's giant. The makeup.
Wait,
is giant.
Oh, speaking of, I don't know if you want to give your man some props because the internet thinks he's not
I'm
giant.
a fucking small boy. now, bro.
He's
Like,
not,
what?
guys. I'm telling you,
I saw that.
If it
I
could have been
started
Jack,
laughing.
if I could have had Jack in the bed, I would have chose Jack any day. So
Have you guys hooked up since Temptation Island?
Fuck yeah.
no, we didn't. We have not. He's lying.
One time.
You said 3 times?
I said one time.
He's such a liar.
Well, thank you, both of you, for being so vulnerable and open. Jack, it was honest. It was very beautiful to see that side of you. I think we all knew it was in there, but it was nice to see.
I'm glad it came out, I guess.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Maybe.
What is
And
Cole
we'll be
doing?
right back after this
Sit
quick
down.
break from our sponsors.
Damn it.
It's getting time for me to pack my.
All right. I'm gonna mute that up. I'm gonna look through these comments while they do that. While they do their ad thing. Cause this shit probably not even really 2 hours. This shit probably about 1 hour and 30 minutes, but they just got hella comments. It's not over yet. We still got a whole nother 59 minutes. The condescending comments from the host are killing me. Hands down, some of the worst hosts ever. Just get Mark. These hosts are so condescending. They're awful and just seem to make every question feel like a target. We need Mark for this. They're going crazy. Hold on, let me put it back up here. How Jack talks about drinking is called alcoholism. They're so messy for that Xavier video, and then asking Mikey about it. Like, why? It's like Nick wanted Mikey to be upset about it while he was giving mature responses. Exactly. And then nobody else had any videos because Preston has been on TikTok very like a lot recently and been going in about what was going on with him and Cheyenne. Shaking my head, Cheyenne isn't any better than Jack. The problem is she acts like she is. I hope Jack can go on a healing journey with a good therapist. There's so much to unpack from his life, I bet. The hosts don't seem to respect any of these people. They treat them like characters from a show, not real life human beings. Nick is so full of it. Just you. Is this a reunion or the Jack intervention? I'm 50 minutes in on 2x speed. Come on already. Nah, they did give they let Jack and Cheyenne's relationship rock pretty much half of this. Oh my god, how are you guys even hosts? The right questions aren't being asked. 2 parts is not necessary if you would actually get to the tea. This could have been fun. It was so negative, especially coming after the people like that. Come from a place of empathy like Mark. That's what makes a good host. Please, 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 Netflix make the reunion. Let me go back up here and see if they still on ads. The hosts need their ass beat. Thirsty and condescending. The way they defended the producers, their check, was obvious and unprofessional. Cringe as fuck. I think Scarlett knew all about Nick already and she shut him right down. Hilarious. Be careful, Jack. Oh, be careful. Jack needs help. Remember, you aren't therapists and you're going too far in on him. It's reckless. Natalie might be a worse host than Nick. Them sticking up for the production was so embarrassing. At least pretend to be natural. I'm realizing Cheyenne was always the problem. She acts like his mom. She talks down to him all the time. Okay. She needs to stop trying to mother Jack. She's a big reason he's the way he is. They need to go their separate ways. I'm liking that one. She can go through his phone, but he can't go through her journal. She's ridiculous. Oh, that must be some other shit. Oh, we back. Hold on. All right. Let's just
us, and you will be lucky you did. And we're back to part 2 of the Temptation Island Season 2 reunion.
Moving on to Scarlett and
this
Cole.
is part 2.
Scarlett and Cole came to the island to regain trust in their 2-year relationship and dig deeper into their issues. While Cole maintained his physical boundary of temptation, Scarlett formed another connection that reminded her she didn't need to settle. And while Cole was ready to commit, Scarlett decided her journal was not the only man she wanted to read.
Scarlett and Cole, I gotta know, how did you cross that bridge of living together once you got back home from the island?
We took a little space when we got back, and, I really needed a reset. And I think a lot of things were brought up for me there. I think I was exhausted from trying and another chance and another chance. And so once we got back, I was just kind of removing myself from the situation. And he stayed elsewhere for a little bit, and then it wasn't too long, and we were like, you know what, let's figure this out. And, I think that we just said we're going to dive back in and we're going to do the work, and that's what we've been doing.
Well, I definitely want to hear about how you guys dove back in, but I want to back up a little bit. A big theme of your guys' relationship on the show was talking about Cole's lying and the lack of honesty you had. But I don't feel like we really got to hear the context of what you guys were talking about. So can you shed some light on that relationship going into Temptation Island and give us some examples of why trust was such a struggle with you guys?
So yeah, and that's the thing, is going into Temptation Island, we were in such a fragile place already. And, from the start of our relationship up until island time, I had been hurt over and over with lies. And, it would be one, and then, you know, he would be right there saying how sorry he was and it won't ever happen again, and then it would happen again. And it was breaking me, you know, but I wanted this to work, and that's why I continue to put in the time and the effort and give it another chance. And, you know, I see him and I love him, and I know that, like, he's not intending to hurt me. It was more so he was just, like, scared that he would lose me, you know? And so I think it was just, like, a bad cycle and pattern that needed to be broken, but it was breaking me.
What were some of the examples of the lies?
So we were together, and then we broke up. And
No, wait. Let's start with the lies. Up until when we met, we weren't dating for a long period of time.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, then we dated and then broke up. And then
Yeah. So, well, when we first started dating from the very start, there were lies from day one.
Seeing each other, not
when we were
dating.
seeing each other.
Not exclusive.
We just started seeing each other. He was going to Hawaii, and he said, "This girl that I was talking to before you is going to be there. I just want to let you know." And I was like, "Okay, are you sharing a room with her?" He said, "No." He gets back from the trip. I said, "Did you share a room with her?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Did you hook up with her?" And he said, "No." I asked him again, "Did you share a room with her?" "No." "Did you hook up with her?" "No." And then finally it came out, they did share a room, they did hook up. That was very beginning, we weren't even together yet. I should have known then. I continued, you know, get into the relationship, and it was things like that. Well, then we end up breaking up and we take a break. So it's
You broke up with me.
Yeah, I broke up with Cole, and, you know, we had rushed into it from our previous, we were both in really long relationships.
Cole is getting every
got out of
fact
those
right.
relationships, and right away we got together. I realized I was not fully ready to be committed to someone else yet. I needed time to heal and, like, really process everything. And so we didn't talk for a couple months. But then, yeah, we start hanging out and just kind of started exploring the idea of dating again. You know, I mean, we would hang out here and there, but I still wasn't ready to be with him. And so it was like this wishy-washy gray area. Fine, do what you want, but don't lie about it to my face. So there were multiple occasions where, well, there was one specific I remember. I had gone away for the weekend. I'm hanging out with him right before I leave, you know, right when I get back, but I woke up feeling sick to my stomach. And I was like, oh, I just feel like something happened last night. And I asked him, I said, "What'd you do last night?" And he said, "Nothing." I said, "Okay." I fly home. Hold on. I fly home, and we were talking, and I said, "What did you do last night?" And you said, "Nothing." And I said, "Did you hook up with someone last night?" And you said, "No." And I said, "I'm gonna ask you one more time. Did you hook up with someone?" And you said, "Yes."
Can I give context to that, though? The timeline's messed up. That was when we first started seeing each other, like a year before that.
No, Cole, this happened multiple times when we were broken up.
Yeah, but the time you're talking about was a time and you were at a
same
wedding
thing.
in Charlotte.
There were multiple times where he had slept with people and lied about it. Same thing.
So she can't keep track of how many.
Yes.
Okay.
So
We're not dating, though, just to be clear.
it's fine, but just don't lie to my face
I know,
about
I
it.
agree, but I don't want to act like I'm like cheating on her.
I hear you.
No, he never has cheated on me. To set that record straight, I've seen some things about that. He's never cheated on me. That it wasn't about
Cole
cheating. As you see, I'm not worried that he's going to cheat on the island.
Hey. Let's lock in. Because what this nigga's asking you is, am I a fucking cheater? And he's getting the answer, yes. But let me clear it up for this fuck nigga before he start doing me like he did Jack. Hey, tell that nigga, when was this? Were we together at that point in time? All right, let's make sure it stays that way.
It's not that. That's not it. It's
let's paint a vivid image of what was happening.
I have no foundation here. It leaves me with anxiety and questions and stress, and it's like, when's the next lie gonna be? There are so many examples like that to where I was just like exhausted. And then he says, you know, if you'll just be official with me again, there will be nothing else for me to lie about. And I was like, all right, let's fucking do it then. That's kind of when we get back together.
That's the dumbest way to get a woman to
there's
be
still
with
been
you ever.
little things since then. And then that was basically the foundation of the trust issues. And that's, you know,
No, I mean, that makes a ton of sense, and I appreciate you sharing that context. Cole, I'm curious, like, do you appreciate what she's saying and why she feels the way she does?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you want to call it, like, I lied to her about things, if you want me to shed, like, not an excuse, but, like, why I lied about it, you could say, I feel like I didn't owe her the answer. We weren't dating. I asked to date you. You didn't want to date me, but you still wanted to meet my foot in the door with you. And I felt like...
I hear you, but you're being a little hypocritical, a little strong. But if you're not dating, be honest. I mean,
for sure.
When we first met, we weren't together. We were...
I wanted to date him, and he did not want to date me.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But we were very upfront. We were like, we're not dating, so we have no reason to lie.
Yeah.
And so here you are, kind of leaning on the fact that like, we're not dating. I can do whatever I want.
This nigga talking about some me and her.
And yet the fact that you lied is an example. It had nothing to do with whether you were dating together. In fact, if I'm Scarlett, I'm thinking he has more incentive to lie if we are in a relationship. Because you couldn't even be honest with her when you could, like, you had every reason to tell the truth. Like, she wasn't your girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, for sure.
You're still kind of like, we weren't dating is like a justification.
If I did it over again, I would have just told her the truth, like I said. Like, and been that black and white, and however she dealt with that, that would be on her. But like I said, I'd
keep up with who.
I felt, in those moments, I was kind of like, I could even reworded it, and I think I talked to Mark on the show about this, but he's like, you could have said something like, I don't owe you that answer, or like, if you want to ask that question, we need to be dating, so like, either let's make this concrete, or like, we should stop having this gray, wishy-washy, like, because she was seeing other people too, so it wasn't just like,
No, but I'm assuming she was honest about it?
Well, yes. I didn't like ask questions, though, but I feel like she likes to ask a lot of questions, but it's not an excuse either, but it's just...
Well, it sounds like she just wants to know where she stands.
Especially after I'd already been lied to, of course, now I'm gonna ask even more. We're working so hard towards trust right now, but I still have questions, and I do question a lot, and like, I know that, we're both just doing our best right now, so.
So fast forward to you guys leave the island separately. I gotta ask, like, why actually go back into this relationship as much as you guys care about each other? It seemed like you got a lot of answers from going on Temptation Island, and yet here we are. Not that I'm not happy you guys are together, but I'm just wondering, what did you think was going to be different?
I just think I see Cole, and the way that he is with me, the way that he supports me, the way that we live our life together, like, that's what I want. That's what I want next to me, and I think that everyone can grow. I have a lot of things I need to work on too, and I think that we're both doing a really good job right now of putting in that effort. And like, when I think of the father of my children, like, it's someone like Cole. And so I think, yes, our problems have been put under this spotlight, and they've been very hurtful. Like, I have been very hurt, but at the end of the day, like, I just think that this love is worth it. I think he's worth it. I think, this relationship is what I want.
Has he lied to you since leaving the island, or no?
Not to
Maybe
the
I should ask
severity
Cole.
of, yeah. You can ask
Cole, have you lied to Scarlett since leaving the island?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's been some things that have come up, but we'll leave it at that.
Like what? I gotta ask.
It's fine. You don't have to.
I mean, you were saying not to the severity of what
it's just been like little things.
I mean, ever since we've been like concrete in a relationship, there's never been something lied about that was like, obviously I was with a girl or this or that. Or,
no, nothing. Yeah.
It'd be like white. I guess I don't want to call them white lies, but stuff about like, I guess you could say the level to something like of that degree.
Do you know what the lies are?
You do. So this is something that y'all are working through. Are y'all in couples therapy?
Not in couples, we're an individual.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it's not about like trying to prove each other right or wrong. I'm just like trying to see her and she's trying to see me. And it's not that either of us are right or wrong. We just want to like work through it together. And every relationship has their problems. And I think what's cool about ours is like, we've gone through a lot of shit, but we've never like given up on each other because we really do love each other. And I think in this day and age, a lot of people are quick to give up on that and not work through their problems. And I mean, after the show, like, to be honest, like, we got home and like, we lived together, so we went back to the same house, and for a period of time it wasn't good, and like I left for a period of time. There was a time when like it was just a very like stagnant relationship, but I started going to therapy. I think I journaled every day for like 2 or 3 months, like twice a day, and just got like, worked on myself, and she's working on herself, and I think over time, like putting in that work and also giving her the confidence too to like see me put that work in, I think helped her overcome some like insecurities with me. And it's kind of molded into, you know, like a beautiful thing. And like, I'd say lately, like as far as I can remember, we've been in like a lot better place.
On the island, so much of your frustrations with Cole seemed to be his lack or inability to have a deeper relationship or a deeper conversation. How has that changed in your relationship?
I've actually seen Cole really open up and go a lot deeper, and I think it's all about how deeply you've met yourself. And so I think with this inner work and with the journaling and with the therapy and with the, you know, issues that we've had, I think, you know, you meet yourself at new levels, which opens up like different conversations. And I really have seen a lot of that. And I feel like we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing because like me and her like really do love each other. And like, I don't think on her side on the show that's shown to like the degree I think she got kind of like people would like express to me that it seemed like she was very cold on the show, didn't show a lot of like emotion towards me or didn't show that true love. And I know that's a bunch of bullshit and she did. And I just want people to know that too. Like you could get lost in seeing the show at face value for what it was and thinking like Scarlett didn't give a shit about Cole. And that's just not, that's like the farthest thing from the truth. And
yeah,
we saw her every day.
Every day.
I mean, there's glimpses of her,
so
but
much.
I mean, yeah, we have like this crazy strong love and that's why it was worth fighting for. And that sucked for me a lot in the relationship too, because like I had so many things to offer and so many qualities and we loved each other so much that for the trust to dampen everything else, like that would obviously be like a letdown. And I wanted to fix that because I'm like, if we can figure that out or at least make it stronger, it's like everything else over here flourishing. It's just, it turns us into like a power couple, honestly, because we have so many things going for us.
I gotta ask though, if the lies aren't so bad or they're white lies, why are you guys so resistant to share what they are?
You know, I feel that we shared so much and we really opened up and put ourselves on the show that I think from here, it's like, why am I gonna open up anything else? Like we did that, we're working through that, and
That is why we're here though.
yeah, but I don't feel the need.
Yeah.
To like give the audience more ammo
Right,
against your own
exactly.
relationship.
It's like we're really doing what we can
And
right now.
there was a lot talked about on the show that like we talked about that actually was never shown in the show. And so like, you know, we did open up and like express our problems in certain situations and things that did happen and like, really dive into it.
Said, fuck this
you know, the overall
nigga,
theme
bro.
is, you know,
Fuck
obviously
your question,
trust
yo.
and, you know, things
Bitch
that
ass
stemmed
nigga.
into that.
Yeah,
But
fuck you.
I know where we are now.
What about
and,
your
you know, with the
relationship?
show coming out, I think like,
And
Yeah.
we fought it out.
it can cut, yeah, it kind of like, it kind of came out and we were at Coachella and then we get back and I think it was like, we went at it for 2-3 days and I think it's out of our system now. We get opinions from friends and family. And,
I hear you.
You know,
I will say, like, being vague about it only makes the audience
wonder,
question,
They're
and
gonna
dig
assume
deeper,
you're covering
and
for
assume
him.
it's worse than what it probably is. And they're gonna assume you're probably just lying to yourself about the relationship, which is what you don't want. So it's easier to just lay everything on the table if it's not as bad as what we've already heard.
We
that
laid
he's
everything
done.
on the table in our
And you're
relationship
working through
already.
it. Y'all are
So
actively
why are
in
we laying it on
therapy.
the
You're
table for the
actively
public
working on
now?
your
Fuck
relationship.
you.
So, you know. But
yeah,
I hear you.
Well,
kinda
while
don't
watching
need
it back, it honestly seemed like you brought Cole to the island for a way out.
I've seen so many of those.
And it almost felt like you kept moving the goalpost on Cole, but you would say that isn't accurate or unfair?
Cole and I were set on leaving that island.
Hold on. The way he asking these questions is so timid now. But when he was asking Jack all these questions, he had his chest puffed out. Man, this nigga's a bitch.
Together. You know,
I don't
like
like
I
this
thought
host.
it would be a breeze. Because when you're going on Temptation Island, the goal is like not cheating. You know, and so that's we were like, of course we can go on here and make it to the end. Like we're not gonna go on here and cheat. But that's not what it is. You get there and you really have
Exactly,
to analyze
Jasmine.
your relationship. You are forced
She's
to
a veteran in this-
dive
in this
and
reality
talk
TV
about it
stuff, bro.
nonstop and like really look at all the pieces that are not working. And, you know, and so I think I was already like, you know, there had been so much. And so I think once being there and everything is just surfacing, I was like, I need space, like getting back. You know, I really do need to figure it out. And it's like, you know, I also see people, it's like, you didn't even give him a chance to grow and like take him with you at the final bonfire. I haven't seen him. this whole time. I've seen clips, and the clips that you see at the bonfire, that's not what they were showing me. I was seeing him not put in any work. I was seeing him just sitting in a corner being like, I'm not doing anything, you know? So I didn't know that he was really on the other end, like trying. And so for me, the things that he said at the final bonfire, I was just like, I've heard this before. I need to leave and see for myself.
In what ways did he try? Because it honestly looked like, Cole, you were like going on dates with people you clearly weren't interested in.
I mean, I wasn't interested in anyone in the house, and that's just the reality. I obviously love this girl so much. I don't think there could have been 12 high quality candidates that would have influenced it any better. I mean, like, I was fully committed to going on the island, carrying myself in the way that aligned with my values and my morals and how my family raised me, and I was going to do that no matter if she went off the rails or whatever. Like, I was going to stick to that, and that's just who I am as a person. I carried myself on the island in the way that I'll look back on this 50 years from now and still have no regrets and respect, and my kids and family and future wife one day will watch, you know, and it's like we're all good. So I don't think I did everything that I did on the island, and, you know, leaving it, it was, I mean, not gonna lie, like, I did get mad at the end. They didn't really show it to the degree, but I was, you know, frustrated.
Mad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't show everything, you know, but frustrated, and but I feel like I was frustrated because I cared, though, because I love this woman, you know, and yeah, like I said, it was hard when we got back for a period of time, and I felt all the feelings of feeling rejected or abandoned or this and that, and, you know, it wasn't easy.
During your anger, one thing you said is that you think that Scarlett has some things she needs to work on herself, or maybe you mentioned past trauma or childhood or whatever. Is that how you felt, or do you feel that way, or was that just out of anger?
A lot of just anger. I think we all have stuff to work on, and, you know, I have stuff to work on, she has stuff to work on, and that's on, you know, her time and her accord, and just to, you know, not make it, I guess, feel like it was all on me or it was all my fault while, like, you know, we left the island obviously not together.
The boundary you guys set in terms of not going on multiple dates with the same person, you seemed to break that boundary. What was your reason for feeling like that was okay?
So, you know, first date, I took Bradley on a whim. We had met the guys the night before, and I just was like, all right, picked him. We ended up having a great time, but then you're right, we had said, you know, like, let's take someone different each time. The next time I take Clint, and on Bradley and I's first date, we had great conversations. Back at the villa, great conversations. I feel like he challenged me, you know, like we really were diving in, like trying to figure out my problems, trying to grow. I take Clint, and the conversations, like, he's great. I love him. I had so much fun with Clint. But it just, if I was looking for growth, if I was looking for answers, I was playing at surface level by taking someone new on every single date. I'm having to start the conversations back from square one. So third date, I said, I'm taking someone else new again. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but production was like, Scarlett, like, what are you gonna get out of that? You know, like, you clearly aren't having, you tried this last time and like nothing came of it. And they were like, take Bradley, like, you clearly have the best conversations. You're actually growing from this. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Like, if that's how it's gonna be, then.
Did you ever feel like you were tempted to get physical with Bradley, or was it?
Never.
Never.
Bradley was seriously such a great friend for me. And what's not shown a lot is the conversations we had, where you can see how much we talk about Cole and I, you know, where he really was just like pushing me and helping me. And there was such a clear boundary with Bradley. He even jokes, he was like, one time I sat too close to you and you were like, scoot over, you know, like, it was just very clear that there was never going to be a line crossed. And he was just a great support system, a great rock, and I'm so grateful for him for that.
There was a moment where you said that you didn't think, maybe I'm paraphrasing, but you questioned Cole's masculinity.
I think we've talked about masculine energy, which is totally different than being like masculine. And so I think that that's where it got like misconstrued maybe, but no.
No, I hear you, but like, I think you guys let me know what you think, but I don't know if I would hear the difference between questioning masculine energy versus like just his
What
general...
is masculine energy?
Yeah.
I feel like
thank God that woman is there
a
to ask
sense
that question,
of
because
like
he was not gonna
being
get there.
grounded and like strong and knowing who you are and just being able to like guide and stand firm.
Did you feel in that moment that Cole didn't have that? Is that kind of where that came from?
In what moment?
When you talked about the masculine energy.
I never talked
what
about
other
it.
talked about not on the show, but
Oh, in our relationship?
in your relationship.
Yeah, there's been times, of course, where I think that our energies just like didn't align.
I think it's less about the word energy and more like if I just think a lot of guys that would be hard to hear. It might even be true,
totally.
but I just think
No, I get that too.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys would almost rather see their girl make out with a guy than have their girlfriend question their masculinity or their masculine energy.
I don't question his at all.
Okay.
Yeah, not at all.
Reading the journal, you said she would not want you to do this before you did it, and you did it anyways. Do you regret doing that?
Yeah, I shouldn't have read the journal. That's why I owned it on the show, and I would have owned it in real life. Obviously I read it for reasons that I did, but it's not an excuse, and I read the journal and I shouldn't have read it. So
And did you think at that point maybe she was like, where was your mind when you chose to like cross that very
to be
sacred
honest,
boundary?
I hadn't slept in 2 or 3 days. We went over to their house. He's digging through the suitcase. We're all fucked up. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not. It's not.
You did have Summit be like,
You guys came
I
in
don't know if you should read that.
I don't even know if I heard it.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
that
You're
scene
like,
was
do you
funny.
think she'll be mad? Cut to Scarlett being like, we have one rule.
She goes, "We have one rule at home."
Props to the show. Like, they got me. Like, they spiced up her bonfire clips where I was like, fuck, I think she's falling for Bradley. So I'm like freaking out. I'm losing control. I go over there. I can't talk. It's not like in the real world where I can just text my girl and be like, hey, is everything good? Like, what's going on? I'm like, the only info I'm going to get apart from a shitty tainted bonfire clip is I can hopefully read like a love letter in her journal and feel secure again. Like, oh, I'm fine. The last
I
week
love that Cole is sitting there and he's like, what if they show this in the bonfire as he's doing it? I'm like, duh, they're like,
Yeah.
going, but they did it. They didn't show it to me.
That's probably why we had that like last bonfire just thrown on us.
Yeah.
It's they didn't show me. And I
They didn't
said,
show it?
They probably
no.
just showed Cole not talking
They
to anyone
didn't, and
for the
that's
fifth
why
time in
I
a
was
row.
like,
Yeah.
I was convinced. I was like, he would not do that. He knows that's my rule. And so I was like, if you guys just show me a clip of him going through my journal, like, I will be done. And they didn't show it. So I was like, he
Yeah.
didn't do it. The producers put it on top there to make me think that. And then he tells me at the final bonfire, and that's when I was like, you just broke my trust even more. And that's when I was
Thank
like,
And where is your journal these days?
What
Out
was
in the
in it?
open or
What did
locked
he
in a
get?
vault?
What did he read in there? Was
yeah,
was
they
it
locked
drawings?
it. No, I still leave it on my nightstand.
Okay.
Like
It's actually my notebook.
That one was, yeah. No, I
So-
have my real journal at home. It sits on my nightstand, and I just trust that like that will not happen again.
I've never looked at her journal in the real world. Let's just leave it at that. I shouldn't have looked in the journal. And
Understood. Do you, whatever part of your brain
Yeah, in the
that
context of the show, like he
thought,
said,
hey,
you can't just
I don't know
text
what
her and
she's
see
doing
what
with
she's
Bradley.
feeling. So you read the
but
journal
this
to gain
theme
some
of,
type of knowledge
of
on
white
what's
lies,
been going
big
on,
lies,
how these
lies,
days have been
you know,
affecting
is
her, because
obviously
you
this
care so
lack
much
of
about her, you
trust.
love her,
And do you
so
think
you wanna
your
see how she's
propensity
doing, how
to
she's holding up.
lie, for whatever reason, when you do, plays a role in like thinking, oh, well, if I can lie and if I'm capable of it, maybe Scarlett is too?
no, no. I don't think one liar makes another liar. To be honest, I've never caught her lying to me about anything, and I think since I've known her, so I don't really have anything on her.
But why not trust her in that moment? That
Oh, just because the show's so fucked up. They're just like, every
Fair.
bonfire, I'll just be sitting there like, damn, this looks bad. And then I'm seeing all this shit happening to them, and I'm getting paranoid and freaked out. And
yeah, but like you were the almost annoyingly self-aware of the cameras in a sense of like, well, which one is it? Do you know it's like kind of bullshit, or and that they're fucking with you,
there was
or
there was one bonfire clip where if it never happened, I would have been fine. But they made it look to me so bad, where they spun it up, where like, he's like picking her up in the clip and then going down into the foam, and then they showed some other shit like they were in the photo booth together. And I don't know, I lost like 15 pounds on the show. Like, I was stressed the fuck out. Like,
I hear it, but like in all the production talk and blaming production, just to play, not even playing devil's advocate, but like that's what this show is
devil's
about.
advocate
Like
for
they're
the
not just
devil.
doing it to mess with you. They want to see how strong your relationships are. Like everyone comes into the
Yeah,
show being
I
like,
see
we're
what that
strong, we'll
comment
never
was
break
about
up.
earlier.
And they're like, bet, you know what I'm saying? They're like,
Yeah.
they want to see that's why they're not showing you everything. That's why they're cutting things off. They want to know.
They
And
don't
that's kind
want to
of
know.
the
They
point of
want what's good for the
is,
show.
Are you going to let
dumbass.
your mind wander? Are you
Yeah.
going to think the worst thoughts?
Well, it was like, it was a mental
Or are you
battle.
going to trust your partner and not read her journal?
It was mental
right.
warfare all the time of like knowing what was real, what wasn't, what they're thinking. I can't talk to her like in the normal world. hey, Scar, I saw that today. Is everything okay? And she's like, yeah, and explains it. You can't do that on this show. You talk to her at the end.
But that is what he's saying, where it's ultimately just a test of like
trust,
unwavering trust, no matter what.
Follow your heart.
Yeah,
That's what we always say, we
you all
follow
four handled that lack of trust differently, you know, and I
Yeah.
think that kind of speaks to where you guys were or weren't in your relationship.
What do you mean?
You know?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, like,
Well, they all, you know,
He's drunk.
the journal,
Summit like acknowledges he got messed with, you know?
Yeah.
well, the
You
journal
moved a little bit differently than Cole,
Yeah.
you know, so you didn't let those insecurities or
There
whatever
was
they
nothing
showed
to
you
trust,
or
my
didn't show
nigga.
you
His
have you
girlfriend was
snowball.
on
You
camera dating
trusted
another
Kaylee.
nigga.
You're like,
There was
I
no
know who
trust.
my
He had a great
girlfriend is.
time.
I mean,
Am I trusting that the camera is filming the right angle of them kissing? What am I trusting with Sydney?
we literally went into the show
Circumcised.
and I felt like we were like going off to war, like your loved one was going off to war. We like wrote each other notes.
Yeah.
And it was like, no matter what you see, it's gonna be it's gonna be the worst thing. And like those notes is like really kind of what helped us get through the process of just like reading those and just like, having trust no matter what. Whenever someone asks about the show, I say it's a test of like just like your backbone to just keep
But I
going
think
forward.
it's more than that. It's like trusting your heart and following your heart.
Yeah.
That's what really gets you through.
No, well,
all of
that's,
it.
I mean, I guess for us, where there's like definitely this unwavering love, like the love's never in question. I'm just saying
Mikey
the
seeing
trust
them
also
arguing,
that,
like,
like,
you
you're not
like-
doing anything.
I gotta be
Yeah.
honest though, Kaylee, you had great clips, bro.
What do you mean?
You had phenomenal clips.
Of me,
Like,
because I
of
was so well
Summit?
behaved.
No, I know. I used to.
Oh,
I used
you mean
to,
I behaved like an
Bro.
angel?
Some of your
I know.
clips were not that great.
No,
We would be
used
like,
to-
what they're not
no.
doing.
He said, really?
We used to spaz on Summit. We like, bro, we wish that's what our girlfriends
I
were
was
saying.
Let me
wish I
guess,
got
Summit
to-
was still tripping.
Summit was
Yeah.
tripping.
But it was what they
Summit.
talked
But
about
you get
earlier.
so in your head. I
Bro.
get it.
Yeah,
why he
and
was
what we talked
tripping.
about earlier, where it really does hit a man's ego when you're getting talked shit about.
Can I just be real,
Yeah, but we
bro?
went on to the show
But
to
was
talk
I
about
talking
that type
shit
of
or
shit.
was
But
I just
we
speaking
had
truth?
this mentality of like, we're not going to talk shit, so we felt this moral high ground. I'm just explaining
But
how I
then
felt.
what-
I mean,
That's
I
a
will
point.
say,
I
like,
said, please. let
she
me
can
have
say whatever she wants to me to my face. We will get through it. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it. If she were to say that to a friend or certainly another guy, that would hit very
Then it hits.
differently.
But that is how they are supposed to learn about their relationship and grow, is to like lean on these men who are there for a reason to talk about their relationships and what they're missing and what they're needing, and have these men give them advice from a male's perspective.
That's a dangerous.
if-
Like if
and
we
if I
were
didn't
just
have
sitting there
this
talking
game to
about how
play,
much we
it
loved
is.
our partner,
Look
like
at me.
We wouldn't have learned
there's no
anything.
show.
We wouldn't have
No,
grown.
And if I didn't have the big like, animated reaction, then I wouldn't have learned either. If I just saw it and was like, I don't care, then like I wouldn't have learned either. I needed that
It was
animated
just like-
reaction.
I'll say too, like from the moment they picked,
But it's all relative. Like, for me, it was. I don't know.
I would say like the feelings
it's
are like from the
relative.
He
moment
wanted
she
to say-
like
He
yeah,
wanted
you
to
would
say
go on the show.
it's all relative. Like my bitch could have been getting fucked. Like, like what's her name? And she would have been like, "Can we please stop saying that I was getting fucked?"
Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I mean, when I was sitting in the chair and she picks a dude in front of me, I'm not gonna lie, I had some rage in my chest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm angry.
I cried.
I didn't
all
like
did.
that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see my girlfriend on a date with some like I was mad at every bonfire because going into, I'm like, I'm gonna see her fucking with this dude. I don't want to see that. Like,
But I mean, you guys are together. Like,
Yeah.
y'all have made it through the hard part. Y'all are working on your relationship. What are like the guidelines and the boundaries you guys have in your relationship now that you did not have before?
I think we weren't putting in this much work before. I think it was just kind of like, I will say too, our prior relationship, I think he put in he was way more sure. Whereas I feel like, I did have that time where there was that gray area and I was kind of in and out. So I just think since being back together, we're like, if this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. We're both all the way in. We're both putting in the work. I think the way that we communicate now is way more open and transparent. Used to, I felt like he was super vague with me. I would ask a question, I would get one word response. And I'm like, please, I need more. And now he's like, this and this and that. And I'm like, perfect.
She tells me to shut up. Would you say you're 100% certain that Cole is your person and you'll spend the rest of your life with him?
I think so. I think,
Yeah,
yes.
good.
yes.
I know Cole
as-
certainly.
We all
That tells you everything.
Yes, I do. As long as we can just commit to the growth and be better. I think that you know, I was getting so much shit for choosing myself at the end. And it's like, you can't just let yourself be miserable and like be so exhausted all the time, you know? And it's like, you have to choose you and you have to choose what's best for me. And I think Cole is absolutely what is best for me. And I, you know, just want us to stay on this track, and then I think we'll be together forever.
That's beautiful. Do you think he'll ever lie to you again?
Probably. But not, you know, I think that maybe I think he's way more transparent now. I will say too, a lot of like the lies, it's not that he's done anything to hurt me, you know, but it's still a lie. And so
I would argue that being lied to is one of the most hurtful things in a relationship.
DiVincenzo has a torn Achilles.
You know, it did destroy me. It destroyed our foundation, and it did hurt, you know, and yeah, but I really have seen.
Part of going to like therapy and stuff too is like maybe I would lie about something because it'd be like a white lie that just came out of me. Like I just versus now I might
think before you
think and
speak.
pause and then give a educated, thoughtful answer instead of just like telling her something that sounds good.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Sure, except that like, what about the times when she's like, no, but
Well, they're
are you
up in the
lying?
fourth quarter.
And then she does the follow-up questions, and then in the past you would still lie until she just caught you.
I don't know, that's happened in a long time, but
It hasn't happened since before.
He was
the
playing good
island.
too.
I mean, like, yeah, because she used to like question me so much because like she did not trust me at all. So we'd be walking on eggshells all the time. So I'm just being questioned all day long, and that's not.
Well, but he kind of taught me to do that because I knew once I asked the 5th time, I would get the truth.
All right, well, and not to go back there, but I do want to give you guys one more chance because I do think people are just going to assume the worst. But what are these little lies that have been told since you guys got back together?
Quit prying.
I'm thinking of one right now. Which one are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of the girl. There was a girl that texted me that
means no.
I ran into at a bar that I had a prior thing with when we weren't dating, and the conversation at the bar with the girl was short, and it was because I just ran into her. I'm not gonna not say hi, and it was of the sorts of like, "How's it going?" And she was like, "You've been off your social media for a month or this or that." Like, and I was, conversation was like, "I have a girlfriend. I live with my girlfriend, Scarlett." That was that. I went home that night, drove home, went to bed at 10:30 with her, and then I wake up in the morning with a text from 3 a.m. from the girl who's like, it was like a drunk text or something, and it said like, "So good seeing you." Like, I'm not, like, it was a drunk text, and I just saw it, and I was like, what the, like, I never responded to the text, but I felt like an invasion of my privacy in my phone. Like, why did this person text me that? Like, it was weird. It was like, caught me off guard. So I deleted the text, and then she found it she snooped through my phone one day, found the deleted text message. She asked me point blank, and I told her, like, what I just told you guys, and then I guess that was...
You snooped in his phone?
I did look at the deleted messages.
I mean, my
password...
password...
kind of looking at your journal a
Yeah,
little bit?
it is.
My password is all zeros. Like, I mean, I don't like hide my...
Cole.
The world.
Yeah, he's very open with
Like,
his
I don't like...
phone.
I'm not like...
This nigga just told us his
He's changed
I've
it
never
now.
been through her phone, even when I've asked. But you know, I just the point is like I'm very open. I don't hide shit from her. My phone, I don't. She wants to see some of my phone. My text messages pop up.
Yeah,
she
it's
can
not
read
like
them.
he's like hiding his phone from me.
Yeah.
You know.
And when she told, I get why she was mad that I deleted the text. My reason, I understand.
Well, I will say I asked if anyone had texted you that night because I was in LA, and he said no, and I said.
Well, I didn't know.
I asked again, of course, no. And then I said,
Well, the reason why I said,
really, what about the date of, and said the date that it was.
Well, the reason why
and he was like,
the reason why I said no is because I didn't know what she was talking about. I generally got out of the shower and was like, there was like a concern on her face, and I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, has a girl texted you recently? And I sat there, I'm like,
you didn't remember deleting a
well, this
3
is like
a.m.
this is like a month. This is like a month prior. So I sat there. I was like, I don't know. What are you talking about? And then when she brought it up, she said, did this girl text you? And I said, yeah. And then I showed her the text and like showed her I never responded, and like that was that. But you know.
but for me, it was just more so we're working on transparency. Why delete it? Why not just be like, Scar, I saw her last night. She texted me, but the deleted message made it feel shady to me.
Did you just have like a gut
Yes.
feeling that something
Yeah.
had happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried
It's that
just being
female
like
intuition.
Yeah.
overly transparent where you just
Yeah,
like,
the
tell
same girl.
everything?
The same girl commented on my Instagram story like 2 weeks later, and I told Scarlett like, yeah, just letting you know like this girl call my thing. I unfollowed her right there, point blank.
Yeah,
And
he
that
did.
was that.
He's
And she was like, thank you.
yeah.
I mean, I'm like,
We
oh,
love
like
that.
even with the
Wherever
text
that
messages,
girl
though, I
is,
didn't
she's
like
gonna
lie.
be
I was like,
watching
yeah,
this.
they still texting me. Here's the
Watch out,
message.
girl.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, you seem like
I mean,
a good guy, like you
I have
said,
fr-
but
I
the
have-
lying
my
is
friend-
weird. It's just
my
super
friend-
weird.
Unnecessary.
That's why it's
lying.
frustrating because it's like you're not intentionally trying to do it.
Well, I think you're letting him off the hook there. I mean,
It
like,
just-
a lie
but
is
it
a
just-
lie,
it's
you
It's
know?
because Summit does that sometimes.
I think it was like disclosure
never
of
had a problem.
information, especially the dynamic of our relationship then. Obviously, there was a lot of, maybe if we were fucking, yeah, like if we're perfect trust, whatever, maybe you don't have to disclose a girl messaging you that you don't respond to, but because the dynamic of where we were at that time, there was a lot, she didn't trust me. That would have been a good opportunity for me to like be like, yo, like this girl texted me, just to let you know, like I didn't respond, here you go, and like left it at that and, you know, move on, which is how I would have done it over.
What stopped you from saying, you know what, I gave you another
I
chance?
did. I was not happy.
But well, there's a difference between not being happy and we're still willing to work on the relationship.
That's where I
I
actually,
can see
Like,
where
we're
he's.
good. Why are you bringing us back in the bag?
You know, I don't know. It's been hard.
Let us
I'm not gonna
be
lie.
us.
It's been
They
so
talking
fucking
right
hard,
now.
and there have been so many moments where we've, you know, broken down, and you know, we still are. But like I said earlier, you know, I just feel like I'm willing to fight for it. You know, if he had cheated on me, no, I'm out. I'm out the door. You know, but these are things that like I don't think he would ever hurt me. You know, in like a bigger way. Yes, the lies do hurt a lot. Like it really has damaged me so much. But I just think like Cole is an amazing guy, and I see him, and I get to experience his love every day, and you know, so some things are just worth working through.
On the island, you said you felt like Cole held you back in ways. What did you mean by that?
Not holds me back in ways like in life, like because he pushes me, you know, we do all the things, but I think what I meant was holds me back from maybe being able to be fully Scarlet, because sometimes like maybe the conversations weren't fully there, or I wasn't like getting my needs met there. And so I feel like I got a little disconnected from myself. I got a little disconnected from my spirituality. Like I just didn't feel fully me, and I felt held back in those ways. And that was something that I really realized on the island. I was like, wow, like there are pieces of me that have been missing, and like that I'm not willing to separate from. Like these things are really important to me. And so I think that's what I meant, you know, just by being held back from like my own self.
Well, I'm glad you guys were able to work it out. It's good to see you guys back
Comment,
together.
yeah,
I really
Jasmine.
hope you can get through these lies. I will say, like, if you can't figure it out, it will be the end of you guys. Because like the thing about a lie, it's like a disease that grows, and then doesn't even matter what the lie is, little, big, small, white lie. It's like when you plant that seed of doubt, it's just really hard to grow the type of relationship you guys seem to work so hard on growing. And so I hope you guys are able to work through that, because yeah, a lot of couples have not made it work because of little things like that, because someday you will reach your limit.
Yeah.
And hopefully that doesn't happen.
He's got this, don't you?
got
I
it.
believe you, Cole.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys
Faith
for being
in
vulnerable,
Cole,
being
man.
honest. I know it's
All
not
the
easy to
faith in
do,
We'll
and
be at the
since you
wedding.
guys are together,
Yeah.
no one likes having the relationship picked apart. So I
Yes, they'll
appreciate
all
you
be at the
guys being
wedding.
honest.
Everyone come to the wedding.
We'll be there.
Taking shots.
We'll be right back after this quick break from our sponsors.
All right, yeah, nah, I'm not. That's not
I have
finna
to
do.
say, as soon as
I'm gonna just skip ahead, cause it's not that much left, anyways. It's about 15 minutes of wrap up. It looks like. Just let me This shit is insane. All of these, like, these are 5-second increments that I'm pressing, and it's still a bunch of them. Bro, these niggas are evil. It's like, I don't know what they need all this money for. Like, understand that like shit costs money, babies cost money, all of that, but like, damn, dog. You paying for everything? Like, damn. shit. Yeah, it's about 10 minutes to wrap up here.
Back to part 2 of the Temptation Island Season 2 reunion. Going around the room, what is the most important thing everyone has learned about love and relationships from this process? Let's start with you, Cole.
I think like picking off like Scarlett and just what I've learned is like how much work is involved in creating a strong foundation and relationship with someone that you really love. I used to think like you can love someone and then it's like you just go on cruise control and it's like every freaking day. Like, I mean, like these problems we have, like they're obviously a lot better, but it's like every day I have to show up for her in a way that makes her feel safe, shows transparency, shows her, the things that she needs, and then she reverse the things that I need. And it's a constant, not battle, but like, I mean, it's a full-time thing to really create something beautiful with someone, and you got to put work into it every day. And it gives your partner the confidence to trust you more when they see you put in that work because they see the time invested.
Good
and so
answer,
it's not
Cole.
like you just
Good
wake
answer.
up and go through life together. It's like, it's the most important thing and the hardest thing that you can do, but it's so beautiful on the other side when you can make that happen. So to find someone like her, it's worth it to do it with her. I think that's very rare these days to find someone that's you're willing to go the mile, an extra mile with and do the work. And maybe before the island, that was something that I didn't have like that strong of a grasp on.
Scarlett.
Yeah.
Wow. Get it, Cole. That was beautiful. Summit, what about you?
I learned so much, I feel like. It's hard to like know where to begin. But I feel like almost oppositely from Cole, I feel like if there's anything I learned, it's that there's so much like grace that needs to happen in a relationship. And I agree, it should be work. It should be work every day to be the best versions of yourself, not only for each other, but as a unit. But ultimately, I almost feel like Temptation taught me a lot about just this idea of like having grace. Because I feel like we used to get on each other for all this little bullshit. And then after Temptation Island, all those little bullshit just seemed like irrelevant to like what actually really mattered. And that was the fact that like we didn't want to live without each other.
Yeah.
And all those little things just didn't seem like they mattered nearly as much anymore. And that almost made the relationship feel like way less work than we were making it seem to be.
If Mikey
Mikey,
get up
what do
there, you
you
just be like,
find
yo,
so
if your
funny
hoe going, don't bring her,
about
yo.
I just love how Summit talks.
Oh.
He's just so like here with it. Just love how he
Here
talks.
with it.
I'm really curious, Mikey. What did you learn about love and relationships from this experience?
I learned that you have to be intentional within your relationship or it'll be gone. I also learned that you got to be serious with yourself and you have to be serious as an individual because sometimes it's really time to grow up within your relationships. And if you don't do that, I'm a prime example of what will happen.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How about you, Jack?
Don't ever take advice or anything. I feel like I took my relationship for granted, and I think when you're in that moment of that relationship and during those really, really good times, you don't think about what if that wasn't there anymore, and just don't take anything for granted, especially your partner, because once it's gone, and your feelings are
Or
hurt.
maybe not.
Oh, yeah, do one more thing. It's not bad to be vulnerable. It's not a bad thing for a man to be vulnerable at all. And it's not bad for somebody to love somebody to the point where they want to cry every single day. That is not a bad thing. And I had to get that out because it's not a bad thing. And showing your emotions for somebody that you truly fucking love, that's not, and I would do it all over again.
Hey, Jasmine.
You get what I'm saying?
That-
So that's just something I had to get out.
That's
So yeah.
kinda-
Okay. Well, before we get to the ladies, something I thought that maybe I just was reminded
You get
of
it, man.
watching you
You get it.
guys, because there seemed to be
Thank you,
this
Jack.
theme with you guys being like, we're good guys, we're not bad guys. And I would agree, you all seem like good guys. But
He
I felt like
didn't
watching
lie,
the
he
show
just
back, it was a
didn't
reminder that there's a
communicate
huge
what
difference
happened
between
instead.
being a good
You had
guy
to
and a
ask him.
great partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think when the ladies are talking about bare minimum, I think that's, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of what you're speaking to. And I think sometimes we forget that there's so many examples of bad guys out there that just because you're a good guy doesn't mean you're giving your partner enough and you're showing up in the ways that they might need.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well, especially to like get girls like this,
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Cheyenne, what through this process did you learn about love and relationships?
A big thing that I learned while being on the island and just going through the experience was I really needed to take more accountability for the way that I would speak about Jack and stuff, because the way you talk about your partner can push them over a limit. And that's what happened to me. And I think that at some point.
No.
Stop.
You're good. It's not your fault, dude.
No, well, I'm just saying, like, I did learn, like, at some point you have to watch how you're talking about the person that you love and just not take them for granted. And
this nigga's a part of the problem now.
But I learned at the end of the day, it didn't end in my favor, and it ended with a big heartbreak. But that's not. It's okay. It was good. I wouldn't take back the experience. It happened. It is what it is, and life moves on.
You're definitely not a bad guy. You just got some shit to work through, bud.
Yeah.
But
Sid?
I would say what I learned through my experience is that the foundation of your relationship really matters. So, like, if it starts off rocky, then that's kind of what it will be. So when I went to the first bonfire and I saw what I saw, it triggered me back to where we started. And it showed that our foundation wasn't stable because I couldn't watch that and be like, oh, that's not Mikey. Mikey's not flirting with them. My first instinct was, that's exactly who Mikey is. That's who I've known Mikey to be. So I feel like foundation is very critical in a relationship.
Kaylee?
I feel like I learned that life is literally all about love, and literally, what do we have in life if we don't have love? Like, you would be lonely. And I learned through this process, I literally would sit there every day and be like, I think I actually love Summit more and more every single day than I did the day before. And I don't know if it was the distance or just like really digging deeper within myself and realizing he really is who I want to be. Like, living with 12 other guys and still just being like, literally all I want is my boyfriend right now. I don't know. I think I just learned love is everything, and I just want to be with you for the rest of my life.
Any chance at engagements?
I think they got to get that dog first.
Yeah, let us get the dog.
It is weird because I feel like I'm ready for it all, but I'm almost like, let's see, take it one day at a time.
Yeah, we don't want to rush anything.
No.
Unless right now you want to.
Someone needs to spice this up.
That's your
Spice
line.
it up. That's what he said.
Spice this shit up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, shit.
Let's not bring back the trauma. We're
That was a
just.
bad. Yeah.
And Scarlett, what about you?
I feel like I learned so much, and grace, I think that's a big one, but I think too is like always remaining a team. And, it's not us against each other, it's us against like all of these different problems that are within the relationship. And so I think, I can get so frustrated and he can get so frustrated with me, but it's like remembering to just come back together, like we're a unit and we need to move that way.
Well, I will say it was a great scene to see the three of you boys. I don't know where you were, Jack, but sleeping all in Summit's room was a really sweet moment they showed.
I mean, it's not like we were sleeping with girls. That was a little embarrassing.
I was jealous that you guys had each other like that.
I will say,
I was like, where were my girls in my room?
Context is that his room had AC. And I had like these big ass centipedes walking around my bed.
I slept outside.
Man. You don't have to explain why you guys love each other. It's all right.
But it was
the frogs that would get night and keep me up all night.
But it was the moments. It was just like the moments like that where we were just together. We were able to have, even though I was having nightmares and I woke up from my sleep.
I know. No, he would have like sleep talk and stuff.
He'd be talking like crazy.
When people watch the show, they're probably like, "Oh my God, they're such drama kings." But
I don't understand.
But really, like when you
think that
drama kings, that's a thing.
Well, we appreciate all of you, obviously, for coming here today and being so open and honest, and also for going on this show. I can imagine it is not easy to watch it back and have opinions of the world now in your relationship, in your home, in your lives, but it was entertaining for us to watch, so we appreciate you all being vulnerable and giving yourselves.
Yeah, truly, I really appreciate it. You guys were an enjoyment to watch, but even today, like, it's not easy to do this, and thanks for showing up, especially you two. I know it wasn't easy.
I hope.
You two as well, so thank you. Although we're tempted to keep going, I think that does it for the Temptation Island Season 2 reunion.
That does it. I hope I never see this nigga's face again. I hope I never see his face again. They do the show, the Age of Attraction show, so if you're a fan of that, you'll probably have to see their face again, but not me.